Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together they will write their own tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. What was rent shall be restored. What was lost now shall be found. The price of valor ever rising, but victory brings new rewards. Tales of glory, might, and wonder, hard-fought battles, treasures won. Our heroes know their fate awaits them, and so they carry on.
Hello, everybody good? We good? We're good? All right. Hello, and welcome to Waterdeep. I am once again your humble master of dungeons and keeper of dragons, Pixel, and I am excited to present to you the all I wanted was a quick drink with my friends, but all I got was this rotting troll carcass covered in demonic mosquito bites, and then this strange man in a strange hat gave me a missing persons report on his dear friend, an unintentional vocab lesson, notorious Lothario Floon Blackbar, who I've apparently been contracted to locate for money. Second episode of Ages of Einor presents.
Can't hear.
No,
you're
what?
fine.
Who can't hear?
You're fine.
No.
As long as I can hear you on your stream, this is fine.
No, my incredible intro has been ruined. That all I wanted to do was give a great intro, but some motherfucker ruined it. Second episode of Ages of Einor presents, in collaboration with our beloved creative partners in the Yeet Fleet, Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Those of you who have been with us before know the drill, but for anyone who might be joining us, I guess you'll have to check out the YouTube episode for the full intro there. Brutal. Anyway, we have a few housekeeping things to go over. First things first, as you'll be able to see by overlays on my end over here on AOA, I'm back in the Dungeon Master box. So for this one, you will be seeing my stream visuals, which will include secret Dungeon Master information, like hiding monsters, secret doors, and other such things. So viewers, please don't discuss those things in chat if you can see them that our heroes aren't privy to, whether that's a monster hiding around the corner, a secret door they haven't noticed yet, or an NPC lying about their identity, because our players will be hanging out in chat with all of you to interact and keep the stream fun and interactive, so we don't want to spoil anything for them if possible. Also, just as a side, if you happen to have played this adventure before, or watched the one that we did on this channel previously, you also shouldn't spoil those things. Second, don't freak out about rules. There's a lot of them. D&D is complicated, and there's lots of rules, and nobody can keep them all in our head. So, you know, we may mess things up or change them or whatever. Don't be a wangrot about it. Also a note, we are using the old 2014 rules instead of the new 2024 ones. The main reason is that I can't be bothered to spend more money on a company who hires the Pinkertons and uses AR artwork and then lies about it several different times, buying the new books, and I'm also too lazy to learn the new rules. Third, this is an open and welcoming space, so don't be a wangrod. Please keep that internet toxicity out of here. So please don't criticize our players about their knowledge of the game or the rules, the RP or player character decisions that they make, or really, frankly, anything about themselves or each other. Again, never been a problem with either you guys in the AOA or over in the Yeet Fleet. And then, of course, because this is early on in the campaign, we may have some new folks watching. I am going to go over how you can use channel points over here on the AOA stream. They don't cross over, so you can't spend VP channel points to do these things. But if you're over here on the AOA stream, you can spend channel points to grant inspiration to a player. So the PCs can spend a charge of inspiration to grant themselves a reroll on a dice roll. And we are actually going to be using the new rules on the inspiration. Again, don't sue me on that. I contain multitudes, and we do what we want. So they will be able to spend those things on any roll, including damage or really whatever. That will be denoted by, you will see these little white D20s pop up beside their character frames. That indicates that they have inspiration and they don't need more. Second way you can spend channel points to influence the games to grant hit dice to any player. Hit dice are a mechanic where players regain hit points during a short rest, but in the channel points mechanics, you can use it to allow a player to spend a free hit dice at any point during the stream to regain some hit points. The only caveat to this is that it can only be redeemed once per player per stream, and if a player has had those hit dice redeemed, you will see this little red heart will go away, boop, like so. So if they're eligible for hit dice, you'll see the heart. If they have had them redeemed, I will take it away. And then the last thing you should know about that is you can't use hit dice mechanic to raise someone from unconsciousness, because that would take all of the stress out of combat, and we don't want that. We want to stress our players during combat. So if someone is unconscious and you spend one of the hit dice things on them, they will regain those hit points the next time they regain regular hit points, whether that's by healing magic or just by time passing. So that's kind of all that stuff. As a reminder, I release the show on the Age of Honor YouTube the following week after each session, so if you have to miss part of it, to be ready for next session, or if you just want to watch it again because it's that good, you can get caught up for the next live stream. Also, our old campaigns are archived there. Gosh golly, everybody, that was a mouthful, and you didn't even hear all of it. Last thing before we get started, of course, I promise these intros will get shorter as we go. We're going to go around and cast if you would introduce yourselves, and this time now your characters, starting, of course, with the inestimable, the ineffable Yeet Daddy himself, Vincent. Why don't you go ahead?
I just want to go ahead and say,
also remind everybody if you have chat inspiration or not.
This is the second damn time today that my audio was just off. It's fine. Listen, you guys should be watching on the AOA channel anyway. I'm just here for moral support. It's fine. Yeah, I'm Vincent Page. I am playing Varith, your Drow Gloomstalker Ranger, or will be soon enough anyway.
Hell yeah.
And hold on, I gotta find where it's at. Don't worry about it. Do we have a little thing where it shows inspiration again, or did we not hook that up?
My intention was to hook that up. Did I not hook that up?
It's under the short rest and long rest for chat inspo.
Yeah, it's on the right side of the sheet.
Yes. Okay, I do currently have chat inspiration. Sorry,
wonderful.
I'm bad. That's cool.
So the white D20 we just put on the screen for folks at home, that indicates that he has chat inspiration and is not eligible for more. Is that it? Is that everybody good? Moving on then. Lady Puff. I'm sorry, Stuff.
Hi, I am Lady Puff, and I am playing Tav, your draconic sorceress, and I do have chat inspo.
Hell yeah. Skynet.
Yeah, so I am Skynet. I'm playing Victor Valorcrest, the Paladin. I think I'm playing the Paladin of Devotion. And it looks like I currently have chat inspo.
Okay. Sorry, I missed yours, Stuff. Did you have chat inspo or no?
Yes, sir, I did.
Got too distracted. Jason.
I'm Jason. I'm playing Ash, the wildfire druid. I have no idea if I have inspiration or not, but I think I burned it during the last fight, so probably not.
Okay. Let's see. Did I put it on your sheet?
And I'm still
don't
struggling
see
with the
it on
roll
there.
20 character sheets.
Oh,
Oh, I
I-
do see an inspiration. Oh, I think.
Okay. Yeah, when I'm looking at it, I think what I'm seeing is you have the potential of one charge, but you currently don't have a charge in it. That's what like the one on top and the 0 on bottom means.
Yeah, I was confused by
Uh,
that too. So
Because I think the one up top means it's like you can have up to a total of one charge, but you currently don't. Which means someone in chat can fix that if you want or not. I don't control you guys. And Foxy.
I am Foxy. I am playing Xylander Blazel, and I am a rogue high elf. And I do not currently have chat inspiration.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, there's Ash with some chat inspiration. And welcome in, everybody in chat. Well, friends, without further ado, when last we left our heroes. Our heroes are a small band of friendly acquaintances and very occasional adventuring partners in the vast city of Waterdeep, jewel of the Sword Coast. Our improbable protagonists live very different lives here in the city, as we saw last week. Some are kind and charitable and aid their fellow Waterdavians whenever they can. Some keep an eye on the streets, looking out for ne'er-do-wells and ruffians in case they should try to harm the fine upstanding folk of the city. Some of them are the ne'er-do-wells and ruffians who stalk and sneak their way through the city, their means and ends shrouded in shadow. And some are simple tutors in high, noble manners, but all of them are having a drink and a late-night dinner in the most famous adventurers' tavern in all Waterdeep, the Yawning Portal. Unsurprisingly, given the portal's rowdy clientele, their meal is interrupted by a band of ruffians accosting a powerful half-orc woman named Yagra Stonefist. Our heroes didn't particularly like the look of a whole squad of goons trying to get into a fistfight with a single woman, no matter how powerful her biceps or towering her height, and they decided to intervene and help make the fight a little fairer. And upon the tattooed leader of the goons being knocked senseless, they decided to carry their now unconscious leader out the door, flee the tavern, with the tavern owner Durnan's gruff voice chasing them out the door. No sooner, of course, had the door clicked shut than once again chaos struck the already chaotic tavern. A troll crawled up out of the yawning portal itself, the huge, well-like hole in the middle of the main floor of the tavern, for which it is named, and an entrance to the mysterious dungeon known as Undermountain, which adventurers may enter if they wish, for a price. Anyway, a troll covered in sturges lumbered out of the portal, and the tavern owner and retired adventurer Durnan sprang into action. He asked for aid in keeping the sturges off of the other patrons while he attacked the troll. He also asked for a little bit of help lighting the troll on fire to prevent its regeneration. Our heroes once again leapt into action and aided Durnan, and only one of them was almost drunk to death by a mosquito. I'm sorry, a sturge. Following the fight, they were approached by famous author and eccentric bloviator Volotamp Gadarm, or Volo for short. Volo told them of his missing friend, notorious Lothario Floon Blagmar, who had been missing since they parted ways after drinking in a sketchy part of the dock ward last night, and asked them for help in finding the beautiful but occasionally foolish man. And our heroes agreed, whether from the kindness or their hearts, their interest in the gold reward that Volo offered, or a little column A, a little column B. Who can say, nevertheless, this is where we begin our tale again. In the tap room of the Yawning Portal, the din of the drinking patrons fading in the background to a dull roar in our ears as our heroes decide their course of action in their search for missing person and infamous philanderer, Floon Blagmar. So, heroes, you are sitting at the table. Volo is still here, and you can talk more if you have anything to discuss about your plan, or get up and make your way out into the dock ward looking for Floon.
I think the first thing I'm going to ask is, do you know anywhere that you could recommend where I could get say a holster for a sword with some custom calligraphy on it made here in town?
Hey, are you asking this of Floon Blagmar? Or someone
Wait,
else?
Floon's not here.
Not Floon.
Volo.
Blah, blah, blah. Volo.
I was like,
My
is Floon
bad.
right here? This is an
Yes,
easy
he's been here.
quest.
I've been here the whole time. No, Floon is not here. Volo is here. You're asking Volo?
Yes, I am asking Volo. Seems like a procurer of nice things.
And he says, I suppose. Are you needing to work on the sword itself, or just the leather?
No.
The sheath.
I was thinking it would be quite nice. I mean, that sword that our dear friend Dernan has, he wields it quite well, and I felt it would only be proper to offer maybe a sign where his sword is hung that says, don't fuck with Dernan.
Oh, of course. Well, I do know there is a. I don't know myself. I'm not much one for leather working, other than the occasional shoe. But I do know that I've recently had some business up in the North Ward, and there is a Troll Skull Alley, a place with which I am relatively familiar. And there is a blacksmith there whom, if they can't do the work themselves, I know you don't want the sword itself, but just the sheath. They certainly, if they don't know how to do such a thing, could put you in the right direction. They are known as Steam and Steel in Troll Skull Alley.
Thank you so much.
Well, any other questions or?
Just a review. It was 2 nights ago.
Sure.
You were drinking with him at the Skewered Dragon, right?
I think it actually was last night,
Oh.
if I'm not mistaken. Let me check on my notes. Okay. No, it says okay. No, it was a couple of nights ago. They say so. Yeah, it wasn't last night. It would have been probably the night before.
The name of the place was, sorry.
The Skewered Dragon.
Yeah, thank you.
Just for a refresher for myself, I recognized the tattoos on the guys harassing Yagra to be Xanathar folks, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, and then the guys that thank you. The guys that I was spying on in my vignette, they were also Xanathar, or were those
Negatory? They were not.
Okay,
they were Zentarim.
Okay,
actually.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so the ones that you had been chasing the night before that then chased you, or the ones that you tailed and then they chased you, they were Zentarim. Yeah. The one who you noticed the tattoo of was when they were fighting Yagra, those were Xanathars. And the tattoo that you noticed, the guy had eyeballs tattooed, stylized eyes all over his head.
Got it. Cool.
So
it'd been a while. I wanted to make sure because
it's been like a month.
I thought it was the Xanathar that I was spying on. I was like, okay, that's not what we want.
Yeah,
anyway.
And you probably have spied on some people that are associated with the Xanathar Guild. The Xanathar and the Zentarim are like two of the main criminal organizations, aside from other ones you might know for personal reasons, but those are like the big gangs.
Right.
And you would know of them that the Xanathar Guild is like local. They pretty much only have, they might very rarely have business in some other city and send an agent to do something, but they're pretty much a Waterdeep crew. The Zentarim are like a continent-wide organization.
Gotcha.
So. All right. Well, with that, I think Voldo says, well, I appreciate your help very much, and I'm looking forward to being reunited with my dear friend, and of course, turning over your reward. I will take my leave of you, as he gets up and goes over to the bar where Durin is.
Okay, so I think Varys is going to speak up. Is it just so happens, the night before last, when I was out and about, I did hear some guys talking about a character who fits the description of Volo's friend.
Oh,
Where at?
He was in the dock ward, right?
Yes.
Is that where I was at? Yeah,
were.
so I came across him in the dock ward, and they were talking about trying to get to this character.
You have any idea who they were?
Yes, they were Zentarum. Zentarum? Zentarum?
Yeah,
whatever.
Zentarum. Or Zents, as they are colloquially known.
Well, I happen to be. I think some of you might be from the Dockward. I do live quite close to there. Should we perhaps start there for our journey?
I mean,
Yeah, and
starting
you
at
guys
the-
would know that the yawning portal is kind of in the like edge of the castle ward and the dock ward, like kind of where they rub shoulders a little bit. In sort of the center. I mean, I think you guys can see it. It's kind of in the center of the city.
I live closer to the shore. We can see the university from our deck out, and we watch the ships floating down in the morning. It's really lovely over coffee. Any other ideas of areas we might?
Well, they were
Thank
drinking at the Skewer Dragon. We could start there.
I think that's a good place to start. I just thought it was relative information.
Yeah.
That the Zentarum seem to be after him.
Do you happen to know? Does he have any noticeable boots that they might leave a print that is clearly his?
I don't know that he has very distinctive shoes. No, he's
Okay.
pretty, run of the mill in that sense, I suppose.
Do you happen to know what's the population, or what percent of the population here of Waterdeep has red hair like his?
Oh,
Are they a
yes.
rare species?
Relatively rare. I suppose no rarer than anywhere, but certainly no more common than anywhere else either.
Well, we've got two wonderful trackers. Perhaps if the two of you, either of you might see red hair stray on the ground, we follow that trail.
Well, keep an eye out. I don't know how obvious red hair is going to be.
I mean, you're closer to the ground than I am.
That's true. Still don't think it changes anything.
That's so rude.
Damn.
Brutal.
I don't get out much. I wasn't socialized as a puppy.
All right. Well, gang, what would you like to do?
Skewer Dragon, is that the consensus?
Skewer Dragon sounds like a good
Agreed.
plan.
I think we're headed that way.
Grab a
Okay.
drink while we're there. That was quite a fight.
I
It was.
smart enough to do this. 1-1.
All right, let's head on over.
I don't think I made a
I
party
will
token
have
for
some-
you guys. Oh no.
I'm gonna have some parting words real quick with Gail though, and just say, I promise I'm not vanishing into the nine hells or anything. And we're just gonna go to the dock ward, and there's 100 things I haven't told you, and this feels like the start of some grand adventure, from which I hope, of course, I shall return. But this part is simple, Gail, and that is that I would never leave you. In fact, I promise. I know I'm not very, very good at promises, but this is one that I do know how to keep. I promise that I will always come back to you, not because of some oath or some bond or some spell, but because I want to, because I choose you. And even if something did happen to me, I promise I would haunt you. I'd sneak into your study and till the end of time, correct your footnotes, rearrange your books, just because it feels like it's something you would want.
Well, I hate to see you go, but I do have an early morning tomorrow, and lots of time spent wrangling forces better left untouched, eh?
No, yes, completely
I
understand.
suppose
my
I
dear.
should get to it.
Give him a little kiss and say, good night, my love.
Yeah, and he squeezes your hand before quaffing the rest of his drink, picking up his staff, and heading out into the night.
I love that man.
Never to be seen again.
I swear to God, don't you do it.
Listen, what do you think? I'm gonna stab that knife in episode 2? Come on. We gotta let that puppy build. There's nary an emotional tether to sever right now. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
No, all good.
Off to the skewer.
Okay.
We hope that's not meant literally.
All right, so apparently I did not make a party token for you guys. So I am just going to use a big map marker, and I will try to put that in my notes. Bam. Make a party token. Okay, there we go. So I am just going to use a big number. Break it down. This is you guys. Oop.
Nice.
Okay, bam. Bam. Okay, my friends. We will head to the map on my end, which of course has the wrong overlay on it. This isn't Furnace, this is Waterdeep. Oh.
I panicked when I seen yours. I was like, oh wait, is mine wrong too?
No, just mine. I wouldn't assume you even have the Avernus things on your hard
don't.
drive.
But I have the mod you pulled up for your stream, so I was like,
Oh,
oh shit,
gotcha.
that's not.
Unless
Sorry,
we're
and I
going
have
to
take
Avernus
a
right
real
now.
quick second to. I forgot to move everybody on this
You
one
can
too,
always
because
join
everybody in the
in.
party sits in different places with relative to their cameras they do in the other group. So, you know. Also, I have to refix. This is I fixed all this stuff, some of this stuff a little bit earlier, but then my OBS crashed off stream before stream even started.
Field trip to Avernus.
Phew. Okay,
Like, I'm down. Let's go.
that's not the right thing. Stand by.
I've always wanted to go to hell.
That one. Okay, friends. So you guys are currently at the Yawning Portal, which is in kind of the southern end of the Castle Ward / the north part of the Dock Ward. Sort of, kind of between Cook Street and Snail Street and Gut Alley. You are headed, towards, you got some directions towards the Skewered Dragon, which is in the southern Dock Ward, kind of between Fillet Lane and Net Street, kind of near Snail Street. So.
Okay, so somewhere down here.
Yeah. But I don't think any of you have been to that specific establishment before necessarily.
Yeah. I don't frequent it.
Okay. So is the plan to just sort of head that direction?
Sure. Unless
think so.
anybody's got a better one.
You guys just want to go down Snail Street?
Absolutely. It seems like the most direct causeway.
Straightforward.
Okay, unless anybody needs to stay out of the major thoroughfares for some reason.
What time of day is it?
It's actually a
Night.
good question.
Yeah, it is night. It is nighttime.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Charging down
Okay.
Snail Street then.
Alrighty.
Onward.
Yeah, so you begin to make your way down Snail Street. It's pretty straightforward. You'll pass Tort Reform, which, Verith, I believe that is the bakery you sleep in the attic of. Not going to
that's
be
me.
open
Well,
at this
other
time
one.
of night. What?
Ash.
Ash is in Tort Reform. That's right. Verith, you are in the Lantern Makers.
That's what
right.
it is. Yeah, you're right.
Sorry, my bad.
Oh, you both sleep in bakeries?
I
No,
mean,
mine's a lantern maker
yeah,
shop,
one's,
but
yes.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
I thought the bakery is called the Lantern Maker.
No, Lantern Maker Zorth Olmarel is the other one. So,
Okay.
but he's not too far off Snail Street. But you'll be headed by Tort Reform, just north of Black Star Lane. Yeah, so you guys make your way, and as you kind of cross into the dock ward, you begin to notice, as I change my soundtrack that's going on, you begin to notice, of course, that things are a little more, run down. You see that, like, the lanterns and candle stands that light most of the city at night, you begin to pass into areas where most of them are broken and the candles have been stolen. and things get a little more rough and tumble. And I think
some simpler clothes. Do you think I might stick out here in this finery?
Just keep a close hand on your coin purse.
Okay. I keep it in my bosom, so it'll be quite close.
So as we're walking through, since I'm close to the ground, do I see any red hairs?
sure, yeah, make a survival check.
Hang on.
It got infinitely creepier.
Oh, hang on. So, yeah. Hang on. This sheet is new to me.
Yeah, it'll be in a box on the left side.
All right, I clicked it. I hope it appeared in.
It did. That looks like a 9.
That is correct.
Okay. Yeah, with a 9, you know, hundreds, possibly thousands of, this is one of the bigger sort of streets in this part of town. Thousands of people have walked over this street in the last couple of days. Parts of it are muddy, parts of it are cobbled. But no, you don't find any red hair, but you actually do, as you approach the Street of Curtains, come across something else red. You begin to see a few blood spatters on the street. And as you pass towards where the Street of Curtains is, you look down the corner to your left, and you see a street that has been cordoned off by the city watch. Lying on the cobblestones are a half-dozen corpses, seemingly the victims of some terrible skirmish. Watch officers have disarmed and arrested 3 blood-drenched humans and are in the midst of questioning witnesses. One of the officers sees you, your group, sort of turn your head and look down, and she says, "Get on! Nothing to see here." Behind the officer, you see a watch officer raise his club and swing it down sharply into the head of one of the bound and bloody captives, who crumples limply to the ground. The other detainees look coldly at you and anyone else in the small crowd gathering around the guard perimeter.
All right, well, I'll grab whoever's near and tell them to stop if they didn't see it on their own.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of you probably see this as you sort of like see Ash look and hear this guard call out, and you all turn and look down and see sort of this cordoned off perimeter, several city watch, a number of people detained.
Victor. Hey, Victor, do you know any of the city watch here?
Probably know a few.
Do you know the ones here?
You
Oh,
might.
sweet DM, do I know a few here?
Let's call that a luck check. Give me, tell me if you want evens or odds.
May the odds ever be in my favor.
Hell yeah. All right, roll me a D100. You can do that by doing /R in the chat box in Roll20, /R, 1 D, letter D, and then 100. That should roll it. There's also a dice roller.
100.
Yeah, there's also a dice roller on the left side of the screen, too.
Unrecognized. Is this supposed to be
You
space?
do 1D100.
Yeah, 1D100.
You have to space it too. So it'd be /R space.
Yeah,
1D100.
1D100. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
49. Odd. Yes. You do know this particular officer.
I'm gonna throw a guidance on Victor real quick, just in case.
It's fussy.
I think as we start approaching these guards, we kind of just watch like Zylander slink towards the back of the group to not be seen by all of the guards.
Yeah, you recognize this officer, Victor. Her name is Shayla Grimplestent.
Amazing.
What? That's her name. What's...
Old Grimplestent.
Shayla Grimple, what?
Grimplestent.
Didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll turn back to Ash and be like, it's Officer Grimpleston.
Let's go see what happened over there. See if she'll talk to you. Unless she's a grumpy one.
Yeah,
Grimple, not Grumple.
No, Grimple with an I.
I know, exactly.
As
That's
in
what I'm
big-
saying.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
making a joke to Ash.
My bad. It's it.
It's okay. It was a bad joke if I have to explain it.
Oh, I didn't know it was a joke. Sorry.
Roll for joke. Yeah, Victor, you can approach Shayla. What would you like to say?
Real quick, I
Sorry,
would
carry
like to just as a little additive. I would like to send a friend discreetly.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
This-
Yeah, that can happen.
Send a friend.
Hmm. Yeah.
Is this how to be a millionaire?
Sure. Yeah, what would you like to say, Victor, as you approach Shayla? Officer Shayla.
I think I'll just start off with Officer. Could you enlighten them what happened?
Oh, we see you, Victor.
It is indeed.
What are you doing around this time of night? Aren't you normally a little bit farther north and also getting to bed around this time?
You know, my older self would be going to bed about this time, but we've taken up to try and find some people.
Oh, trying to find somebody here is like a needle in a haystack, it is. Well, how you know, had all sorts of trouble these last few days. These lot sort of like nudges one of the dead ones and says, these are some of them criminals. I think they say, what was that, Mark? Who that? And one of the other officers says, Xanathar. Right, they're with the Xanathar Guild or whatever. And then these, she sort of gestures at the blood-covered detainees. These are Zentorum agents, I suppose. They've been skirmishing all over the dock ward. Luckily, it hasn't sort of spread much beyond here, but it's right dangerous around these parts at night now. It always has been, but it's like a war zone.
Any idea why they got all these right here? All these people?
Well, we're right flummoxed, we are. Ain't none of them talking from either side, no matter how many we arrest and how many drops dead. It's only started in the last couple of days, though, so whatever it is, it must be a recent development.
Ash, you got any questions?
Oh, are these your friends, Vicky?
Ah, yes. Pardon me.
Sorry.
Yeah, so these are my traveling companions. We have Ash. We have Tav. We have Varith, and we have Xylandor.
I only see three of them. Who are you talking with? Who?
I only see three of them. Oh, okay. I missed some.
You lose one? Is that who you're looking for? You lost your friend? You lost your friend Xylander already, eh?
I
Yeah,
reckon
Ash will just kind of run around him and only comes up to his waist. So I was looking up. And, you're like, don't worry about them. They kind of wander off sometimes.
No,
yeah,
that's
any idea
precisely
what
why
these-
we should worry about them wandering off around there. Look, she points at the several corpses lying on the ground. This is what happens to people is wander off around there. I thought I made that clear.
well, maybe we do need to go round them up.
Unless you've
what-
got
what are
a
these-
real rough and tumble bunch.
Yeah, we've been, I don't know, looking around here, trying to figure out what's going on. You have any idea what these Zentarum guys are looking for? Ever seen
Mostly Xanathar's members to kill. And aside from that, honestly, we haven't the slightest. It's got the captain's quite upset that no one's made any progress.
They're just fighting each other?
Pretty much, yeah. All over town.
Do you talk to them? Figure out why they're not talking?
I know they're loyal foot soldiers, aren't they? And all of them sort of glimmer and glare at the officer. And then one of the other officers just kicks one of them.
That's not getting them to talk, huh?
Oh, apparently not, but that's not really my department. You know, we'll turn them over to the investigators, I suppose, and they'll have to figure it all out.
You guys seen a red-headed guy around here lately? Probably pretty well dressed.
No, I don't think we've seen anyone like that here today.
And he said that loud enough that the Zentarum probably would have heard. Did he recognize any kind of recognition on their face?
It's a great question. Make an insight check.
My insight is rolled.
Damn.
Okay, yeah, that's a 19. I have a 9. So, yeah, as you start asking about a well-dressed red-headed man, you do sort of catch a double take from one of the members of the Zentarum, and then they seem to be, like, very studiously trying to avoid catching your notice after that.
So he's going to turn back to the guard and say, where are you taking these guys? Any chance once you got them locked up, we'd be able to talk to them?
Oh, I suppose Victor might be able to get a special dispensation, but we'll be taking them up to the watch office here, and then they'll probably be transferred to the castle ward to await trial and interrogation. I mean, we've obviously got them, you know, regardless of the other sort of broader, you know, criminal element skirmishing with each other. This lot here are certainly going down for murder.
All right, so he'll just spin back. So who else is still here? I guess Tav is still behind.
Yeah, I mean, Zylander was the only one that said he went off, unless Varith. I don't know if you told us what your dispensation was.
I just assumed Varys would have hidden back in the shadow. I don't know what he actually did.
That was a good assumption. So, like,
Okay,
I'm not necessarily fleeing, but I would like hang back and
okay.
let them
Why
do their
don't
thing.
Zylandor and Varith please give me stealth checks?
Ooh.
Oof.
I'm not in the alley. I'm still around the corner. Is where I try to stay, like, still within earshot, but like not in the alley. Is what I was trying to aim for.
Okay.
That's 14 for Varith.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think at this point, you know, the only ones that are like an obvious, you know, part of your little group here and talking to this lady are you and Victor have gone up to her, and I don't know exactly what Tav is up to.
I'm just sitting back, observing.
Oh.
Politely.
What is up with my?
It keeps going lower. What the?
I know it keeps falling.
It's like
This is not that kind of stream.
Damn.
Gotta figure out why it's doing that.
I mean, listen, if that one shot at the cabin is any indication, it can turn that pretty quick.
My heavens.
Oh my.
I mean, Jonathan. I don't know what Victor. Well, mine isn't this one, but.
Well, so she turns back to Victor and says, well, you lot stay safe out here. Don't do anything, don't get in any trouble. But I've got to get back to it. And they sort of start getting ready to march these guys off. You probably could ask like one more question if anybody has anything, but.
I'm good.
Yeah, Ash was kind of turning away to walk away, and then he kind of has a second thought and turns back and just like runs past the guard and says, "Hey, can I ask him a question real quick?" And just beelines it towards the Zentarum that like perked
Okay,
up.
sure. Make an acrobatics check as this guard is going to try to grab you now.
Oops, I rolled on the wrong app, but I think it went over.
Yeah,
there.
I think it did.
14.
Okay. $17. Okay. So yeah, with the 14, so that she basically like catches you kind of by like the cloak, and says, "No, we do mind. I'm sorry." And sort of like tries to like hand you over to Victor, like keep an eye on your friend. This is an active investigation. Thank you.
Right. Well, we. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and seeing that he got caught, I'm gonna go ahead and just do a little under my breath minor illusion of some dogs barking really loudly, like right next to the guard that he was trying to slip past.
Okay, sure. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm gonna make, I guess, just like a wisdom saving throw here. Just to see if they're distracted.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not charisma.
Yes, I'm totally sure it would not be.
Damn.
It would either be charisma or intelligence. No, you don't have to make the wisdom save. She's
Oh,
making the
it's
wisdom
him.
save to see
sorry.
if
I
she's
understand.
distracted by this thing happening.
Got it.
Right. Oh, let me ask you this: what is your intention with this minor illusion? What effect? What are you trying to have happen here?
To give him a second, if he feels like running past anyway, give him just a little
Okay, so to distract
moment of
her
distraction.
so that
Yes.
he can get
can
where
run
he's trying
past.
to go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is a 14.
Okay. She fails. So this bog starts darking, and this dog starts barking.
And Dolly comes out with her dolly pillow.
And and she is shocked enough and kind of lets go of Ash and starts spinning around looking for whatever's going on with this dog. So you have a second if you want to try to make a run for it, Ash.
Well, I think Ash is, he's not going to risk it. He was just trying to sneak
Alright.
past it. He got caught, and though he's done now. So he'll just,
Alright.
he's probably a little alarmed by the sudden barking dogs as well. And
Sure,
a little
yeah.
startled,
Of
and
course.
then he steps back behind Victor.
I just
I'm just
imagine.
gonna sigh and say, "Well, I tried."
I just imagine Ash a little bit short self trying to run away from a dog.
Okay. Well, as you guys sort of regain your composure after this dog bark as well as they do, they begin to march the detainees off up the street towards the guard barracks and leaving the rest of you here. They do still sort of have Street of Curtains closed off while people are sort of like cleaning up the corpses and blood. But your objective is, of course, farther down Snail Street. You guys heading out?
Is it still guards in the alley, or is it just like clean up people?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's still a
Alright.
couple guards left. For sure.
Alright.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I guess at that point, I'll just kind of holler to the guards. Right. Well, we best be off then. Keep an eye on Mark. I feel like his investigation skills lately have lacked. So. Get him back
Yeah,
in
fuck
line.
you too, Vicky. As they make their way off towards the guard barracks. Skynet, take some GM inspiration for that one. That was good. Okay, well, as you all begin to make your way further south on Snail Street, you see these tall, densely packed tenements leave most of the neighborhood in shadow at ground level. Again, the street lamps have had their glass smashed and their candles stolen. The smells of salt air, excrement, urine, blood, sweat, and the occasional whiff of smoke or something cooking assault your sense of smell as you pass down rows of rundown buildings. You make your way to the corner of Zastro Street and Fillet Lane, not too far where you understand the Skewered Dragon to be. One nearby shop stands out in particular. It has a deep purple facade, and in its window hangs a stuffed beholder. Above the door hangs a sign whose elaborate letters spell out Old Zoblob Shop. And you can see that, strangely, even at this time of night, it is open.
Hey, Victor. Zylander. You were friends with Yagra, correct? Do you have any reason to understand why the Xanathar Guild might be after her? Because this certainly seems connected to Xanathars.
I don't know, DM, do I?
Well, let's see. I think make an insight check into your relationship with Yagra.
15.
15. I think 15 is high enough to know that you kind of know that Yagra is a Zentarum affiliate. She's not like super high up or anything, and she's certainly a bit more reputable Like, she tends to do more, like, the thing with the Zentarum is it's not all crime all the time, okay? Like, they actually have, like, private security services that they offer to people and things like that. Like escorting valuable cargo, guarding caravans, all sorts of different stuff. So she tends to be in a bit more of the, like, slightly more legit side of those businesses that the Zentarum have. But it's all also kind of connected. It's not like they're fully separate organizations or anything. So thinking back to what you guys just saw with the fight that happened, and then when the guy in the first in the tavern who had the eyeball tattoos and was associated with the Xanathar Guild shouted at Yagra, "You like killing me mates, do you?" You sort of get the sense that, like, probably what was going on with her and them was actually all part of the same thing, one way or another.
Is there anything inside the shop window other than the stuffed?
Yeah. As you look in the shop window, you can tell that this place is absolutely chock full of the weirdest shit you've ever seen. Just top to bottom, tchotchkes and knickknacks and doodads and gewgaws and all sorts of fucking things in vast sort of piles. Truly, absolutely bizarre. A lot of it is purple. So
I
it's just
love the color.
yeah.
My dearest Gail loves purple. I wonder if I might. Do you mind if we stop in? I'm just curious. He loves these random little doodads and things. We don't have to if you think it's scary.
We can take a minute.
I'm always down for a new shop.
It-
Got
Okay,
some
great.
gold pieces burning a hole in my pocket.
Let's
The
go
shop
shopping.
is the shop is actually like open, like
Yeah,
not just
it's open.
door open. Oh, okay.
Yep. You actually see a little, like, we would understand it to be like neon, but you see a little, like, sign that's like very elaborate scripting that says open, that appears to have been enchanted a little bit to sort of like magically glow purple.
Imagine I could get this sign to glow. I wonder if he knows somebody. He might know a sign maker. I'm gonna hop on in here and I'm gonna look for the shopkeeper.
Yeah, you open the door and you immediately see a cloud of lavender-scented purple smoke trailing out of the shop door as you appear inside. Every wall is painted purple, every dusty knickknack on the shelves is dyed a deep violet. The hairless old gnome sitting cross-legged on the counter wears plum-colored robes. His cheeks are decorated with 9 purple face-painted eyes. He lowers a pipe and exhales a cloud of lavender smoke before raising a hand. "Hail and well met. Come, browse the shelves of the most curious curiosity shop in the world."
Is this the caterpillar from freaking Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah, the shopkeeper is this deep known man. He has very sort of dark colored skin, just like the gnomes that live in the Underdark typically do. And he is sitting on this little sort of cushion right on the front counter.
Sir, I could not help but notice. I am actually in search of a sign, and I noticed that yours has this beautiful calligraphy and light up effect, and I was so curious as to where you obtained it.
I made it myself.
Might I commission you to make one for me?
Every time he talks, he takes a big drag of his pipe and just like blows it out over the store with absolutely no regard to anyone else's sensibilities whatsoever. And he says, "Oh, certainly. I normally just sell the various knickknacks, but I suppose I could expand the business a bit."
How much might one cost if I asked you to create a light up sign that says, "Don't fuck with Durnan"?
Ooh. Durnan, that saucy old bastard.
I
That
see you
sounds like
met
a
him.
lot of fun. You know, normally I would charge extra for the permanent enchantment, but I think in this case I'll make a bit of an exception. I think a sign of that nature would normally run you 50 gold, but I'll do it for 10, because I want to.
Tav's gonna look at her, count the 10 that she's got.
Do you,
I mean,
do you
hey,
need
on
to
the
be
bright side, you
spotted
don't have to
some
pay
gold?
rent, so I guess.
Yes, thank goodness I have free housing in the city. Oh, well, I suppose for a man as kick-ass as Durnan, I could part with my gold.
What? Oh, no, yeah, so you have 10. Well, okay, you should actually have, all of you should have at least 10 gold, because Floon fronted everyone 10 gold for taking the job, plus
Hello.
whatever you have as your, like, starting gold.
Oh, I do have more than that to start. Anyways, okay. Well, I am going to look at my 10 earnings. You know what? This makes sense. It's fair that I spend all my earnings. However, let me say I have one request before we make this exchange. How about you sweeten it a little bit with some information?
Curious. I mean, I would think a 80% or so discount is pretty sweet already.
I mean, you're quite right. All right. How about this? What can Tab do? I forgot what Tab does.
Well, you're a sorcerer.
Here we go. I got it. Yes. Thank you. I was looking at what, just to be curious. How about this? You seem to be really aghast with all the purple and the smoke and everything, but have you ever done tricks with your smoke?
Tricks with my smoke.
You see, I was raised by a dragon, and smoke rings are sort of my thing. If you'd like, I can show you a few tricks. In exchange for some information and our agreed upon price for the sign.
I suppose that is intriguing. I have not met a lot of people raised by dragon.
Excellent. And so she'll go ahead and she'll say, shall we shake on it?
I suppose. Yeah, he reaches out his hand.
Excellent. She'll shake his hand and hand over the coins.
Okay.
And then she'll go ahead and try and use, I don't know if it's minor illusion or just her performance check or something to try and...
Yeah, I would say it's gonna be spellcasting modifier plus proficiency here. So it's basically a spell attack, but you're not actually attacking him, but the math is kind of the same.
Okay. So that's going to
Also,
be...
anyone else let me know if you guys are looking at any of the purple doodads
15?
in the place. 15. Yeah, I think that's pretty impressive. I think 15 is pretty solid. You were able to sort of like do a number of Gandalf-esque smoke tricks. You
exactly
know?
what I was going for.
Yeah, of course. And old Zoblob is a studious individual here, and he is able to, glean some interesting effects that you're able to convey to him. And
the last one I'm going to puff out is going to be what in my head is whatever the description is of Floon. I'm going to pop out a fancy man.
Yeah, I think he sort of like cocks an eyebrow at that and looks at you.
Oh, is this a familiar figure to you?
Well, is this irrevocable man-slut Floon Blagmar I behold?
Irrevocable man-slut Floon. I was not introduced to him as such. No,
Oh.
I must admit.
Well, who introduced you?
I have not yet been introduced. I have, however, been asked to find his whereabouts.
Oh. Well, so the old rake is missing then. Quite curious.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about where he might have gone.
Well, Give me a persuasion check.
Okay, come on. Come on, girl. +6. Let's go. This is what you're meant for. This is what you're made for. Don't fuck it up. 22.
Okay. He says, well, I did see him the other night with actually another well-dressed fellow of similar appearance and bearing. I didn't know the other one's name. They were actually jumped right outside the shop here by some rough-looking men in black leather armor, and I don't think for the fun kind of jump. I think there were 5 attackers, but I haven't seen any of them before. One of them did have a black tattoo of a winged snake on his neck.
Do you have a winged snake? Ah, I see.
Does that ring any bells for any of us?
For Zylandor and Vareth, make a history check.
Ooh,
23.
nice.
Yeah, of course.
Oh god. Barrett don't remember shit.
Yeah. I think Vareth is trying to piece together in his mind what the fun kind of getting jumped by 5 men would be about. But Zylandor, on the other hand, yeah, you recognize that symbol as being a symbol of the Zentarum.
Those Entarans and their winged snakes.
Do you happen to know, by chance, is there a Zentarum stronghold anywhere near?
Oh, I have no idea. In there are a few taverns and seedy establishments. I suppose they might have their claws into one of those, but I mostly try to stay out of that business.
The skewered dragon. Do you suppose that's one of them?
Oh, very well may be. As I
Excellent.
said,
Well,
I don't tend to spend
understand.
a lot of time.
You are a man of higher esteem than that. I do thank you so much. Just
Blows his smoke again. Does anyone else look at any of the other stuff in the shop while they're talking?
Yeah, I'd
Or
love to
having
look
a
around
sure.
Yeah,
personally.
I'm
Okay.
definitely looking at the shelves.
Sure. Anyone that wants to be looking at the stuff, roll me a D100 to see what sorts of things might catch your eye.
Skynet, really?
Let's see your 53. I raise you 1.
amazing.
That's very funny. Okay, Zylandor, you see a curious sort of, make a religion check for me.
Ooh, 8.
Yeah, you're not really sure. It's a, you're looking at some sort of amulet with a kind of very particular symbol on it.
Ayo, Victor.
Hey, religious man.
Do you recognize this?
Yeah, you can hold it up. But the thing that's weird, it's like you can kind of tell that it's silver, but also somehow the silver is like, how do I want to say this? It has like a purple. It's not just that it's reflecting all the purple from everything in the building, but the actual object is like, it's not dyed, it's not like patinaed, but the silver metal is like imbued with purple too. It's very strange.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Does Victor know what this is?
Yeah, Victor, on a 16 religious symbol, you are looking at this thing, and it is a symbol of a unicorn on an amulet. It is a holy symbol of the goddess Myliki,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Exactly what he just said.
which is a goddess of the wilderness.
Mm. Do I sense any
Um,
like magical energy coming from it at all?
Make a, I'm gonna say perception check here.
Nat 20.
Jesus Christ.
Holy moly.
I'm rolling good today.
Yeah, I think that's why you maybe were drawn to it, was that there's just a little bit of something about it. You don't necessarily know what exactly effect it might have or how it could be used, but there's a little zazz, a little zhuzh, a little something to this amulet.
Interesting. I'll pick it up and kind of hang out with my cohorts while we see if anybody else has anything they want to buy.
Yeah, Varith. You find a strange circlet of woven purple meadow flowers.
Guessing that means next to dick to me, right?
I don't know. Probably you can make any kind of check you might like. You could make like a nature check. You could make a survival
nature,
check.
yeah.
You could make a perception check. You can ask somebody else.
That's fair.
You know what?
Wait, did you say survival?
Yeah, that's an option.
Let's do that. Oh my fuck! It's 7.
7.
sorry.
Yeah, they're just flowers, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, means dick to me. I'm not familiar with these surface flowers.
Yeah, for sure.
I do want to circle back. Just a quick question. Did you guys mention that there's a unicorn on it? Like, while you're looking at it?
I don't know.
Campaign.
No. You said a unicorn head, didn't you?
Yes, the thing that Xylander picked up was a symbol of the goddess Myliki, which is her symbol is a unicorn.
Yeah. I am going to look over fondly of it and say, oh, LaRue. Huh. That's all. You don't recognize her?
No.
Oh, it's okay. I will probably just like kind of fondly look at the talisman now.
Were you speaking Draconic?
No,
Oh.
LaRue.
What does that mean?
I don't know. What does it mean?
Oh no.
The only reason I ask is I speak Draconic, and if you are, can
I know
just
you
tell me what
do.
The translation
No,
is?
that was English. That was English.
Like, if you ever do decide to speak in Draconic, I promise you I know it in the game, but I don't know it like you will. So just text me the translation that you do if you don't mind.
Okay. Let's see. We have a 54 from Victor. Victor, you find this one actually catches your eye for a very particular reason. It is another holy symbol. This one you can tell because of your, background in religion, but also because of your knowing the person you know in the Awning Portal. You see a holy symbol of the deity of merchants, Joaquin. It is a golden amulet with a woman's face, which sort of has like a kind of updo sort of hairstyle on it. So yeah, you see one of those.
Yeah,
But
I'll
but this one, like the other one, was silver but also purple. This one is like golden but also kind of purpley.
I'll pick it up. Might be able to give it to my darling Ube, or whatever her name was.
Ube? Was it?
Ube.
Oh yeah.
Not right. Mike.
Ube?
Poor girl's like still recovering from the freaking mosquito bites.
So was he.
Listen, I almost died of mosquitoes.
Yeah, Obaya. It's Obaya
Obaya.
Uday.
That's
Obaya
what it is.
Uday.
I was mixing the two names together.
Same. It's been a month since we played this game. Okay. Okay, and then let's see. We had a 96 as well. And you guys don't have to buy these things. These are just like the first things that catch your eye. Oh, fascinating. Okay. You find a leather collar. Ash.
Let's go.
And on the collar, you see like a little purple tag. With
That says "Mommy's good boy." Sorry.
yeah, you see a little. It does have a a little tag on it that says Oreo.
Close enough.
Oreo?
Yeah, Oreo, like the cookie that doesn't exist in Faerun.
Oh, interesting. Alright, so, yeah, I mean, other than that, he doesn't get any kind of indication of magic or special properties.
Make a perception check.
Person that wears the collar is the goodest boy.
Perception 10. It is hard to say, and it's probably not a thing that you're super always keyed into. It's certainly
Sure.
not any kind of like natural magic. If it is anything, there may be some arcane thing to it, but it's not something you typically can
Alright, well,
feel
we'll
as easily.
keep it in hand as we're kind of listening to the conversation between Tav and the gnome. He's gonna walk up and address the gnome. Say, what are you smoking there? And I guess first, does it smell good?
It's lavender scented.
Lavender scented, like out of a pipe, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. What are you smoking there?
Oh, this. This is a special blend of some herbs I cultivate. It's called Daydream.
Hmm. Does it have any special properties?
Well, it helps me daydream.
Ugh.
Sort of frees the
Uh.
mind, excites the imagination.
Do you sell that here? It smells pretty good.
I suppose I could.
Wow.
I'm having all sorts of business opportunities present themselves. Here I was, minding my own business selling knickknacks, and now I'm a sign maker and a herb salesman at the same time.
Oh. Yeah, keep it.
Seems to be a man of many skills.
Well, this is true. Yeah, and he kind of like says, just 1 minute, and sort of like hops down off the cushion on the counter, and makes his way into the back of the shop, and emerges a little while later with like a little purple pouch full of, plant matter.
Plant.
They call that the purple haze.
It says, I don't have some sort of industrial capacity to generate this stuff, so
Industrial
I can't
capacity.
I can't part with too much of it at a time, but I suppose I can spare this much. And sort of like hefts the bag.
So we're talking like an ounce, dime bag. What's happening here?
Yeah, I mean it's a hefty bag. It's several ounces.
That's quite a generous amount there. What would cost to take that off your hands?
I suppose I could part with this for 4 gold.
Oh, well. I'm sure that's a fair deal, but I'm still getting my feet on the ground here in town, trying to earn some money. So I think that's a little out of my price range for the time
Well,
being.
Fair
Bear,
enough.
do you need spotted some gold, sir?
I could chip in.
Well, can we buy a smaller portion, perhaps?
Oh, I suppose I could do that.
You're not a small man. You don't need that much.
Well, he's about as big as I am, says the
But
gnome.
he's not well seasoned to it yet, quite like you.
Oh, yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, so he sort of like carefully separates out a smaller bag, and says, this would probably be, it's like, it's a tenth of the size. So he says, I could part with this for about 4 silver.
Well, that's wonderful. I'll do that.
Okay.
So,
How about what is the cost of that trinket with the unicorn on it? I don't see price tags in your shop.
he'll just hold this one up too that he's looking at the collar.
The collar.
Right. Yes. Well, the unicorn. That one is quite a fun little piece. I could part with that for 8 silver.
Oh, blessed day. Yes. I suppose that is if Vicky over here doesn't mind.
Uh-oh.
Zylander's just gonna toss his hair to the side because that was my trinket.
Oh, it was? Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought that you had given it to Victor because you didn't know what it was.
No, I went like this. I was like, hey, what is this?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were like offering it to him. I'm so sorry.
Zylander's gonna like just walk past. He's like, here's 1 gold piece. Keep the change. And then he's gonna put the trinket on.
Oh my.
Damn.
Okay. I'm
And you're
gonna
gonna see-
message this to you, Foxy.
Tab is going to actually tear up.
Hopefully
Damn.
this doesn't crash my OBS when I do that.
You can tell that like this actually like seems to have like physically like there was like a piece of her where it was as if somebody insulted like a close friend of yours. Is like how Tav is reacting.
Okay, hang on. Okay.
Why you gotta set up both of our characters on this path, sir? You had a chance to pick a different path in this one.
You misnamed me.
No, I got
I
confused.
know, it was an accident. I'm just
I got
kidding,
confused because I
but
thought that you were offering it to Victor because you didn't know what it meant.
I was just role playing as like this sassy person. I promise it's not a.
Okay. What about anybody else? So we've had a signed commission and sort of plant matter exchange, and we've had a trinket sale. What is anybody else doing here?
I'll ask him what the price of the one I had was.
Oh, well, that is quite the interesting piece. I think that's 1 gold, 2 silver.
What is the exchange rate? Is it 100 silver per gold?
No, it's 10. It's
10
like 10
silver.
copper to a silver, 10 silver to a gold, 10 gold to a platinum. Fuck Electrum, no one has time for that shit. So 100 copper to a gold, 100 silver to a platinum, you get it.
Okay, so you
It's a
said
10
1
base.
gold, how many silver?
1 gold, 2 silver. Or 12 silver.
All right, let me do one more conversion here.
Sure.
Can you break a 5?
All right, you said 12, we're just going to pull that down to 8. All right, gotcha. Here you go, sir.
Okay. And I'm sending you yours as well.
As far as Varys goes, he's not buying anything, but he is kind of like surveying the store, like kind of looking around to see if there's anything. Not necessarily like any of the items are stand out, but like because this guy looks like he may be involved with the Xanathar, so I'm just kind of like,
make an investigation check. And then at the meantime, was there anything else anybody was doing with the? Let's see. Was Ash looking at a collar? Was
Ash
looking
was
at anything?
just gonna try to get some info. Like, what's the deal with the collar here?
Oh, that
What makes this special?
Well, let's see. And he sort of like snaps his finger, and a familiar of his appears. It is a. Hang on 1 second. It is a purple salamander, and he says, "Do you mind?" and sort of reaches out for the collar.
Oh, no, I'll hand it right over.
And he affixes the collar to his salamander, which looks at you and says, "Yo, what's up?"
Oh, hey, dude.
You got any flies, bugs, ants?
We could probably find some. I don't know. Your boss here's got to let you go with us. We could probably find you some, but sorry, I don't have any right now.
He like looks up at the gnome and says, "What about you?" And he says, "That's quite enough, Sal," and takes it off of him. And then Sal sort of like licks his own eyeball a little bit, and then poof, is gone.
Oh.
Very neat trick. What's that collar cost?
Oh, a piece like this, 2 gold.
Gold.
It can
Hey, you guys
engender
think,
speech in pretty much any common beast that it can fit onto.
I'll spot you the gold.
I got 2 gold. You guys
Sure.
think it's worth it? Yeah, I mean, I can speak with animals as is sometimes, so
Feels right.
2 gold's a pretty good price for it, though, I'd imagine. Well, while we're here, what other cool tricks can your items here do? You have any
Oh.
suggest for us if we're maybe searching for people? Anything that might help us sneak around or get in and out or find things?
Any other unicorn-based
Maybe even
ones that
hit
might...
things harder?
Ooh,
Yeah, or unicorn.
or any other unicorns?
Oh, Well, this one is a bit strange. He sort of, I don't know if I have anything that can help you find things, but he pulls out, he finds a little hat that is like a tiny nightcap. It's like a little purple like nightcap, and he says, so whenever you wear this, you have pleasant dreams that often feature unicorns.
Oh,
It's about the best I think I can do.
I'll take it. How much?
Oh, honestly, 4 silver. I've had this for quite a while.
Excellent.
I'm happy
All
to
right.
get rid of it.
Wonderful. Take my 4.
It's the amulet of what, by the way? Just so I can write it in my inventory.
Oh, Miliki. Hang on. I will type that name into the chat.
How do I... Sorry, how do I
wow,
spell
that
the
is definitely
gold?
how I would have spelled that.
Gold is how many silver?
10
10.
gold. 10. What? Okay, 10 silver to a gold.
Thank you.
And just for clarification, I will purchase the collar for 2 gold.
Okay.
And do these things have, or do we do anything with weight system or no?
No, I don't usually worry about that. If we get to a point where it seems like we have to think about it, we'll think about it. But largely no.
It's for me.
Okay, and then with your 21 investigation, Vareth, you catch a vibe off of the little stuffed beholder in the window. Actually. You get the sense that it may not be simple as it appears.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not very magically adept, so if there's something there, I'm...
Oh, and Foxy, you have been gifted a hit die, actually.
Nice.
And so what you can do, since you haven't taken any damage, you can roll that and add it as temporary hit points.
Okay, party. And that's 1d8?
It's D8 plus your Constitution modifier. I think you can actually just click the button that says hit dice on your sheet. It should be in like the middle bottom somewhere.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, damn. 10, you have 10 temp HP.
Yeah.
Courtesy of a little nugget.
Just
Damn,
thanks.
that's a lot.
Yeah,
That is.
that level 1, that's a ton.
That doubled my HP.
You guys might
Thank you,
survive this
little
next
nugget.
fight. Way to go. Okay, anything else anybody needs to do or say in old Zoblob's shop? In Zobloblaw's blog.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm happy.
Okay. The gnome says, "Well, this has been a productive evening. I shall get started on your sign. It'll probably take me 2 days to finish such a thing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Have a good night. Stay safe. Don't get shivved in an alley and die before I can deliver."
Okay, I will do my best. Thank you so much. Appreciate the words of encouragement.
Okay. Do you guys head out and towards the skewered dragon next?
Ash is gonna like, hey guys, hey, let's have a like convo before we head out.
Yes.
So it seems like it got kind of dangerous around here lately. And did we hear that old what's his face got jumped right here?
Yes. Yes, that seems to be the case.
By what's that wing tattoo thing? Anybody know about that?
It was interim.
Okay. All right. That seems to be the answer for everything going on right now. Okay. Well,
Two
I guess we
feeding.
can carry on.
Yes.
And Tab, you said
Onward.
something in there. What did that mean?
Oh, it's there's another goddess who is connected to the one associated with that pendant. She's just always been one of my favorite goddesses. Is all. They were rider and steed. It's okay. I understand that. Clearly, it was worth the cost for some people in our party.
He's just gonna kind of like twist the amulet in his fingers back and forth. And almost like a slight hint of emotion across his face that he feels kind of bad, but he feels this he has to keep up the charade that he doesn't feel things. So he's just gonna look at her and be like, yeah, at least she'll get to see it every day.
Damn.
Just be careful that necklace doesn't get too tight around your neck.
Careful, you don't know what I like.
God. Did anyone buy that collar, perchance?
Well, I did.
Do you think
Zai,
you'd
I'll
notice if I
trade
slipped
you the
it off?
collar.
Exactly.
No, see, I don't do well with leather. Thank you, though.
Bonus mom, you have to pick someone else. Zylander has already had that.
Damn,
roll that
people
hit
want
dice.
Zylander to.
Yeah.
Why is everybody saying
we've
Zylander's
Mom,
pure?
I changed how we're
Man.
doing the hearts. The heart now means that that person has already had it redeemed instead of what we used to do, because it, I think, makes more sense to do it this way instead of the old way.
Everybody's trying to give me all the temporary hit points. They're trying to save me from stuff.
Look, I go, oh, it's my favorite thing, and you go, mine. It reminds me of a home I cannot return to. Mine.
Finders keepers, losers weepers. Okay, bonus mom, who do you want to give that hit dice to?
Oops.
Just let us know and we'll catch it. But yeah, so you guys are headed towards the skewer dragon, I presume.
Onward.
Okay. It is not terribly far. And it keeps doing that, taking the names off of stuff when I put it on the map. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of just around the corner to the skewered dragon,
Great.
which you approach. And
Vicky, that's you.
Hey, I get a hit die? Sweet.
okay, yep, go ahead. The skewered dragon, as you see it, the skewered dragon looks like a ruin. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed, and a ship's anchor is lodged in the roof. Through the windows, you can see a group of haggard patrons drinking from huge tankards. And actually, I think it's a good time to take a quick break. We're about halfway through, if that's all right with everybody. So as you approach the skewer dragon and you stand outside and look at this truly god-awful looking building that apparently is a tavern, we are going to take our break, folks, and we will be back in 5 minutes. Is that good? So 8:37-ish, give or take. Okay, all right, gang. We will be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much.
Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together they will write their own tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. What was rent shall be restored. What was lost now shall be found. The price of valor ever rising, but victory brings new rewards. Tales of glory, might, and wonder, hard-fought battles, treasures won. Our heroes know their fate awaits them, and so they carry on. Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together they will write their own tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. What was
Okay, folks, we are back at the Skewered Dragon. People in chat have been having fun with that. Yeah, so you guys are standing outside of this truly awful looking building. What would you like to do?
Dylander feels right at home. So he's gonna kind of just like walk up to the door and look and see inside and see who he can see.
Yeah, you see a bunch of seedy looking individuals. You know the type quite well, you know, various ne'er-do-wells, ruffians, some sailors, just you know, hard folks drinking hard.
Oh, just for clarification, I did redeem that hit die. Got 8 out of it.
Okay. Very good.
So, quick question for DM here. Is this
Yes.
particular venue a location that Ash would have previously visited?
Remind me again, what are your criteria for visiting locations?
Hunting for information and tracking people.
I think maybe that's a luck check. This is certainly the type of place that would appear on such a list. Tell me if you would prefer evens or odds.
Let's go evens.
Okay,
And
roll
was
a
it a
D100 for
D100?
me.
Oops, what is it? It's /R. 1D100.
62
that's
evens.
62.
Eights are with you all tonight. Yes, you have been here before.
In that case, I'll scoot up with the Zylander.
Yeah. So last Zylander, I think it told me you're kind of like looking in to the bar. And then, yeah, so you look in, you see a bunch of patrons. They're all kind of drinking. It's pretty rowdy. It's not like an open fight, but there's, you know, lots of like shouting and yelling and drinking and cussing and, you know, all sorts of things happening in here.
I think Zylander will push the doors open and head on inside towards the bar.
Okay.
I'll kind of reach my hand back to Tab and be like, "Careful in here. This is dangerous times to be in here."
I agree. I'll stay close by you if that's all right.
Okay. Yeah, Zylander walks in. Ash and Vareth, what are y'all doing? Victor and Tav are kind of sticking together for safety.
Yeah.
Safety in numbers.
Ash was following Zylander up to the bar.
Okay.
Buddy system. Yeah, I'll bring up the rear.
Okay.
Awesome. So I'll head up to the bar and just kind of plop down right there and try and get the attention of the barkeep.
Yeah, you see a tall half-orc woman who has kind of like a undercut with like a kind of almost man bun looking like top knotty thing in the back. And she is you know, wearing an apron that has, it's been a long night. There's like lots of like beer stains and some food stains and stuff on it. And she says, "Hello, what would you like, sir?" Strangely well spoken for this part of town. It's like her accent does not fit in.
I kind of just like get this like half smile on my face and be like, let me make your night nice and easy. I'm just looking for some information. Nothing, not too hard of work at all.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
I was really worried you were going to say that one.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
take advantage from your background, I think. You know how to schmooze a place like this.
While he's doing that, what's
Double 11.
how
Okay.
packed is the bar here?
It's pretty packed, yeah.
Okay, like just as a halfling trying to get up, would there be
Yeah.
an opening?
Yeah, I think you could muscle your way in.
Okay,
It's packed, but it's not so packed that you can't find a spot.
we'll
I-
climb
I-
up to the bar as well.
I think Zylander will just like kind of like reach over and like offer a hand if you want to take it to help you get up there to the bar.
Yeah, he'll take
But
it.
try not to be insulting and be like, well, maybe he wants to do it himself.
Yeah. Yeah, so as you say that to the barkeep, she sort of like grunts and says, "Ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies."
See, I'm trying to play this a lot smoother, and then I looked over and realized my charisma's 12.
Uh-oh.
If only you had a charisma-based sorcerer in your group. that you hadn't have
or
insulted.
paladin.
Or a paladin, you know.
Well, and there might be other ways than pure charisma. You know, you have,
Yeah.
depending on what you say and how you say it, you might have better luck.
I am attempting to locate someone who was seen here last night. And he's easy to remember because he does. I'll look around the bar just a little bit around me and be like, not quite the normal crowd that you would have attracted.
How's that so?
Two very well-dressed individuals almost seem too proper for their own good.
She sort of like, you know, scratches her chin a bit and says, my memories fails me sometimes.
I think Zylander will reach into his pouch and like just flick a gold piece up and down off of his thumb and say, huh, if only there was something that could loosen your memory.
Indeed, if only.
And I think with the last flick of the gold piece, it's going to land like right in front of her.
She says, well, then I presume you are searching for, prominent libertine Floon Blagmar.
He does seem to be my type. I'd like to meet him.
Well, oh boys, and you see where she says that there's two men over at one of the smaller tables. They appear to be playing some sort of card game, which has gotten so heated that they've like grabbed a fist into each other's shirt and have their hands raised about to punch each other when they hear her like kind of whistle and shout that, and they both turn their heads and look over at the bar. And she says, as she sort of like slides the coin over to herself and says, this gentleman has a question or two for you. Do oblige him, please.
Very kind of you.
Sort of like gestures you to go over to speak with them.
Maybe we will see you again soon. And then we're just kind of, I'll head over to these rough men, but I'm really hoping that, you know, somebody who looks a lot tougher comes along with me.
All right. Well, while she's there and Ash is still at the bar, Ash is going to
Sure.
order a round.
Okay. For like your party or
The 2, 4, 5 of us and the 2 we're about to talk to.
okay.
Sounds like a swell idea.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, so the drink here is quite cheap, as one might expect. You can have a mug of stout for 5 copper pieces, or a mug of Perry for 4 copper pieces.
Of Perry.
Don't ask. I don't know what it is, but that's what's on the menu. That's what it
All
says.
right. 7 stouts.
Okay. Yeah, so that's 30 copper pieces? 35?
35.
35 copper.
Is the conversion for silver to copper the same? 10
Yes, 10
coppers?
to 10 silver. Yeah, 10 copper to a silver.
And so Ash is like standing on the bar stool looking for Victor. It's like, Victor, give me a hand.
Ah, I'm on the way.
I think I'll also hearing the I'll buy around. I would turn around and just grab 2 of the drinks, and carry them with me to these gentlemen that we're walking over to.
Yeah, you take it over to the, and they were like, yeah, again, about to get into a fight. And you know, one of them says to the other one, like, "You're lucky they stopped me, eh?" And the other one's like, "Yeah, I think you're the lucky one." And then they just like gesture over at a larger table. "I think this one's a little small. Why don't we take it over there?" And take it over to a larger table and sit down. It has enough room for all of you if you want to sit there.
Yep. I'm gonna walk over with Ash, drinks in hand.
I think as Zylander walks up to the table, he sets the 2 oh, it died. The 2 pints in front of the gentleman that we're walking up to and Says these are for you guys.
Yeah, the one of them, the one looks at the other and says, after you, Blade Leg. And the guy who you now look and you kind of see has a peg leg. You don't see any blades on it, so that's kind of curious. But anyway, he takes his mug and quaffs it, and then, you know, sort of like gestures at the other one and says, after you, Flint Steel. And he takes his mug and they sort of drink and turn and look and say, right, what you want to know?
I feel like I've talked a lot. I'm gonna let somebody else talk if they want to.
It's a pretty boy around these parts, I hear. Goes by the name of Floon. A bit of a little scallion from what I hear. You know him?
Indeed I do. He's an impetuous rake, he is.
I've heard him. Goddamn nobles up in here thinking they own the place wherever they go.
Right,
Well,
mate. Right.
Yeah,
What business
everybody
does he
engaging in accent work here. Give me a performance check.
I swear to God, it doesn't matter what she's doing. She just will chameleon into whatever accent.
the DM is using.
Okay,
I got a
Victor,
20.
crushing it. Yeah, so the first guy sort of looks at you, Tav, and says, "Yeah, them nobles,
Hold on.
them
I
other
cannot use my
nobles,
inspiration.
them ones that." Okay, you're gonna use inspiration on that.
Holy moly.
Them nobles is certainly other people and not you. Coming in here dressed all fancy. No. Okay, was that chat inspiration or DM inspiration, Tav?
Inspiration.
DM inspiration. Okay, so you still have chat. Yeah, but with that, he says, "Yeah, sure. Them nobles. It's terrible whenever they come in here, throwing money and weight around like they own the place."
Oh, I promise I'm
Dressing
not
all
part of it.
fancy.
I know it looks real confusing with this wear and stuff. I just work for them pretty houses. They let me in. They dress me up real good. I teach them
So-
children.
Where are you from now? I'm sort of can't quite place it.
Well,
It's almost a chameleon-like fashion in which you've sort of morphed through several different regional vernaculars.
you know, it's funny that you bring that up, chameleon and all.
Meanwhile, Victor nails it. Absolutely nails it. He has crushed it completely.
Funny story. That's all I can say.
Pitch
You won't do
perfect.
anything else, I'm out.
Oh my god. And then the one says like, "Yeah, well, Trinda told us to treat you nice, so I suppose we'll overlook the attempts at subterfuge."
I'm not meaning no subterfuge, sir.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, would anyone else like to talk? Really, any of you?
Zylander's just gonna kind of like put his hand on the table just to grab attention and be like, I sincerely apologize for my friend here.
I'm dying.
Okay,
sorry.
Not from here.
Sincerely apologize for yourself, mate.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
And they've started ignoring you at this point.
we're looking for the pretty boy. He's been missing since
Right.
last night, and we heard he was here.
Yeah, well, him and that mate and that man Volo was here for a while, drinking. After Volo and Floon left, Floon came back. Stuck around long enough to meet with another friend, similarly dressed in finery, fellow by the name of Rainier. He's chip off the old block, that one. Another spoiled
Rainier.
rich noble who likes to rub our noses in it. He sort of like glances at Tav. Them two drank and play a few rounds of Dragonette before leaving around midnight. Sort of like tilts his head over at the card game that him and the other guy were playing. 5 men followed him out. No one in the tavern knows what happened after that. No one round here. Yeah, those men that followed him haven't been back ever since. They sometimes frequent a warehouse on Candle Lane, though. Look for the snake symbol on the door. That's how you know you're in the right spot.
This
What lane
Rainier
was that?
fellow.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, what was the name of the street?
Candle Lane.
Candle Lane.
And
Thank
how
you.
do you spell Rainier? I got Raenyr is my best guess.
Out of game, because he certainly can't spell. It is Renaer.
Renaer. I was way off.
Yeah.
All right.
But Tav, make a history check.
Oh no, I don't like this. Please, 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 please. 22.
There we
22.
go.
Okay. Yeah. So you would recognize Rainier is not a particularly common first name. In fact, Rainier. Dressed nicer than he should be. I think somebody described him. Yeah, so you would have put together, you would have also pieced together from the Zoblob shop gnome that the guy who was with Floon when he got jumped was not Volo, right? Because he described him as looking similar, and Volo and Floon do not look at all alike.
Yeah.
This kind of clicks into your brain. He has a very particular last name, more than likely. He is Rainier Neverember, son of Waterdeep's previous Open Lord, Daggalt Neverember.
Goddamn never embers. Never embers. Can't escape them. Bloody hell. Is this the son of the disgraced former lord? Perchance.
Yeah, that's him.
What's he doing in these parts?
What do I know about it?
I'm just curious if there's
I'm just
some
a
reason.
dock worker. We don't keep track of them highbrows.
Them highbrows, yes. Well, curious. I will go ahead and relay the information, though. Say, I was a tutor for the last couple of years up in Neverwinter, and so obviously I'm quite familiar with the Neverembers as they are. Well, he returned in disgrace. He won't say much about it being in disgrace, but he was the former Open Lord here of this town. Not from what I hear, the most scrupulous of people.
What happened to him?
The son or the High Lord?
The Lord.
The Open
Well-
Why
Lord.
was he?
Why is he back?
Oh, why was he
Well-
gone? Why was he disgraced?
Well, I don't think that if you asked him, he would say he was disgraced. It's just a murmur of the rumors. I would just say that the current High Lord would probably say,
Open Lord.
Sorry, the current Open Lord would
The
say.
thing, just to give you, because this is kind of would be common knowledge, Waterdeep has a very strange political system. There is an Open Lord who is kind of like the face of the government and has a lot of executive power. And then there are a bunch of people who are called the Hidden Lords of Waterdeep, whose identities are secret. They're sort of like a ruling council, and they have a lot of executive power as well, but also nobody knows their identities. So there's like not a lot of sort of accountability for the stuff that those people do. So there is Daggalt Neverember was the previous Open Lord of Waterdeep. The current one is Silver something escaping my brain right this minute. Laeral Silverhand.
Laeral Silverhand.
That's it. So she is currently the Open Lord of Waterdeep who followed Daggalt Neverember. And I think what the common knowledge on the sort of like he was reportedly corrupt and embezzling money and not very popular, and was also trying to run two cities at the same time, and the people of Waterdeep kind of got sick of it because he was like sort of installed himself as the ruler of Neverwinter, which is like another nearby city on the Sword Coast, and people basically decided he couldn't hack both jobs at the same time and also was kind of corrupt. So the people of Waterdeep had not necessarily in a purely democratic way, but like the power centers of Waterdeep decided they wanted a new Open Lord, and so Laeral sort of is filling that position.
Thank you for filling in. I wasn't sure what I was supposed to say.
That's okay. And that's the kind of like, that's what the general public would know. Not that people pay that much attention, you know? Sort of like how does everyone sitting at this table know the name of the mayor of their city? You know what I mean? It's like, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But it's kind of like that amount. It's like Waterdeep's a big enough place that a lot of people aren't super plugged into that kind of thing.
So his son is here. I don't know why his son would be here. However, yes.
Did they take both
Okay,
of
so
them?
this is the real one then, yeah?
The real one? What? Oh, you mean in my
There
house?
it is. Well, nice to meet you. I'm Flint Steel Flynn. And I'm... Yeah, and I'm Blade Leg Bryn.
Blade leg. I truly apologize for the ruse. I did not mean any insults. I did.
It is
Sometimes
a bit patronizing.
Right,
I'm so
and I'm Victor.
We are full human beings, you know. Now, I can tell you're a man of the people, Victor. It sort of radiates off you, eh? Salt of the earth.
Right.
gold-plated armor, just full gold-plated armor.
Yeah, there's a bit of a shine to him,
Real
you
man
know.
of the earth
I
here.
can't say much, so we're going with right.
Listen, I didn't say these guys were smart.
Well, I think I've got all the information that I need here. It was a pleasure to meet you. I apologize for the ruse.
Right, excellent. And then they grab each other's shirt and punch each other in the face and begin to fight. Scrabbling around on the ground, wrestling.
Off to a candle lane, perhaps? I think our business here is done.
That may be the most fun NPC dismount I've ever done. I just have to say. Okay.
Bye.
I feel like as we're leaving the bar, Zylander, being from this area, would recognize where Candle Lane is.
Yeah. Yeah, Candle Lane is well to the north of here. Not that far from the Street of Curtains you guys passed earlier, actually.
So, of the three of us that typically hang out around here, would any of us know of this warehouse?
You know, I would say Ash, Vareth, and Zylander could all give me, I think luck checks on this one.
Oh, I accidentally hit it. I'm gonna have to roll another one.
Okay,
I meant to say-
and tell me evens or odds first on this.
Alright.
I'm gonna let them go first, and then I'll do mine because I just for some reason thought I could click it and then
well-
submit it.
Yeah, so evens.
Okay.
Go evens as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna go even as well.
Damn.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
So Zylander's the only one who doesn't know. I think, yeah, Ash and Vareth, you guys kind of start talking about like places you've staked out on Candle Lane and come on a pretty straightforward like you come to a consensus on where you should be looking for this.
So Vareth, is that the one they usually have guards out front, or is that one that's a little lower key?
Yeah, I feel like I don't think either of you have seen guards out front, but you've also you've seen maybe some people enter, but I don't know if you've ever seen anybody come out of the thing.
Interesting. Alright, well, guess we'll head that way and take any precautions we think are necessary based on our experience in the area.
You're saying people only go in, they never come out?
I mean, it's like you have seen people. Yeah, I think you've seen people go in, but I don't know that it's like even if you stay like all night, if people come out, it wasn't at the time you happened to be looking, I guess.
Curious.
Worth mentioning that walking directly into this establishment's not going to be the move.
Yeah, why is that?
If it's a Zentarum base, they're not just gonna let anybody in.
Victor,
Yeah, we need to sneak a little bit. Probably stay hidden. Maybe break up into a couple groups to separate ourselves a bit.
I've always had luck just going to the front door.
I bet you have, Mr. Roleplay.
I think this place might be a little dangerous if we're dealing with Zentarum.
Especially
I hate
two
the mood
walking
change.
targets.
They're particularly not gonna be too fond of somebody looking the way that you do. No offense.
Fair enough.
The embodiment of the law probably won't mean much to them.
And looking royal might make you out to be more of a target than you might want.
Me, royalty. So, you really haven't been around, have you?
Comparing you to the people of these parts, you look very royal.
I can't tell if that's a compliment or an insult.
I can't even
You
play nice
hear
to play
you
mean.
as you're like walking out the front door asking that question, you hear Flint Steel Flynn getting a punch in the gut who says, 2 things can be true.
What did he say?
2 things can be true.
Hoy.
I love he's still somewhat paying attention to us. As we're leaving.
Okay, you guys are headed for the Candle Lane warehouse in question. There was some talk about how you should approach. Do you, you're kind of like walking along the way, headed from Fillet Lane, probably towards the Way of the Dragon, to make your way
Do we
up
want
to
to go?
Candle Lane.
I guess my question is, do we want to go the Way of the Dragon, or if we want to really sneak and kind of pay attention, do we want to go up the Zastro Street and then kind of into that little crevices between the buildings towards Candle Lane?
Can you ping Candle Lane real quick for me, please?
It's north, almost directly north of where you guys are.
Oh, perfect.
So
know
yeah,
what
you
I
guys
can
are
do.
sorry, I didn't move you. You guys were here at the Skewered Dragon, and it's pretty straight north.
Zastro makes sense, and then maybe we can, I don't know, wiggle through.
From and correct me if I'm wrong. That is openings between the homes that lead up
Yeah.
to Candle Lane,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
a little alley.
Yes,
Okay,
they're little
so-
alleys and ways to.
So just from my experience, anyway, they would make more sense if we go the back route. Make sure that there's nobody sneaking around while we're sneaking around.
Well,
Just getting out your map of Waterdeep.
Yes, this one.
I mean, I have one, but it's on my wall back there. You can't see it.
hey, where was the jumping at? Where's the
The jumping
shop
was
that
near
we
the
were-
Zoblob shop on Fillet
Okay,
Lane.
so it's
in
right
Net
there.
Street. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
sort of
yeah,
on the
they
corner
probably-
of Zastro Street and Fillet Lane.
Okay. So we should, I don't know. I guess we know there was a struggle there. Probably not anything useful to track on the way through. Alright, anyway. Let's go.
Okay, so you guys are all, moving as a party, or
I am partial to Dragon Street, I must say. But it's just a personal preference.
Alright guys, we should probably spread ourselves out a little bit so we don't look like one big group as we're making our way through here. That makes sense?
Suppose.
I do agree. I think
Alright,
that
Two nobles want to take point, and some of us can linger in the back.
Sure.
okay, real quick, I have to let this cat out of this room. So 1 second, okay.
Look, I need you to understand. I've tutored enough noble children to mimic their manners. People mistake imitation for breeding more often than you think. I promise I am not bred of the stock of noble, though.
Doesn't bother me, but you got to figure out which one you want to sound like.
Damn.
That's
I
some good
think you have
practice, though. I like them.
I appreciate that. typically I am a little bit better at blending in with the crowds. You see, one of the favorite things about dragons is that they have this remarkable ability to polymorph into different things, and they love to sneak about. And so Velamarades was she taught me so many things, but clearly I haven't refined my skills enough. I just didn't blend in quite well enough. But I do promise, in most occasions, I am much better at blending in.
I think the trick is to sound the same the whole time.
Well, like I said, I'm out of practice. All right.
Well, we'll head back to the bar and get some more practice once we wrap this up.
Okay, great.
Okay, folks. Well, with that, we'll take a stealth check from everybody.
Oh boy,
Ooh.
it's not my specialty.
Yep, not mine either.
Yeah, and you're full plate.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh yeah.
Oh.
Actually.
That's funny.
Okay.
I just want to know how he out stealthed the rogue. That's
Hey, in all fairness, I did get a 24 on the other side of it.
Well, yeah. Okay, you guys begin to make your way north. You once again pass Old Zoblob's shop on to Zastro Street. And you continue to make your way. So you had talked about looking for stuff, but then kind of decided not to look for stuff. Are you guys just beelining it for the warehouse?
I think we're just gonna I'm paying more attention to the surroundings and making sure that there aren't any
gotcha.
Centaurans kind of hiding about, staking us out as we're going that direction.
Yeah, I don't think we're sprinting, but we're not taking it super slow to look for stuff, but keeping eyes open on the way.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I think with that, you are able to make your way all the way to the warehouse.
Ooh, we're in the warehouse.
Oh.
Okay. Hopefully I have all this set up correctly. You are standing looking at a sort of fenced in gate area. There's a door here that's like a chain link kind of thing. And then, you have the fence here that goes all the way around and up to the corner. You see two large doors in the front, and you see some windows on the sides. You can't really see into them very well. Can everybody see on the map?
Yes.
Nope. I have no vision.
Okay.
I have no vision either.
So that is a thing you guys will have to figure out. You have torches and stuff, or people have light cantrips or whatever. It is nighttime, and in this part of town, none of the street lamps are lit because people keep stealing the candles out of them.
I see. Okay.
So let me know who
Interesting.
is creating some source of light, and I can make that happen for you on the tokens.
I will hold up
What's that read?
a torch.
Yeah, and I will make a flame in my hand with produce flame.
Okay.
I think I can do that.
Yeah, so you can make 10 feet of bright light and 10 feet of dim light from ash. Make that happen. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. And then Victor, you're doing a torch.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and carry
I
a torch
gotta
myself.
look at stats on a torch. 20-foot radius and 20 feet dim.
That way, if we ever
Oh.
split up, we've got lights from two people.
Okay.
Wait a minute, is it
Yeah,
dark
I've
vision?
got a torch too. That'll probably just be easier than trying to keep
Okay.
track of when I have a spell active.
Okay, so I'll add yours up to a torch. Okay, boom. All right, so again, you guys can see the fence directly in front of you. There's a door into the fence. It appears to be chained shut at the moment. And there's some big doors that appear to go directly into the warehouse, which kind of has an L shape. And then there are some windows looking in that you guys can't really see through from a distance. So,
Does there seem to be a way to get on the roof, be it from a neighboring building or
it would be a pretty tough climb check. I think as you look around, you don't necessarily see an easy way to do it, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. If you climbed up on the fence you might be able to kind of core your way up onto the roof. It is a 2-story warehouse as well. You can see that there's an upper. Well, it's whether there's an upper floor or it's all one big open space, but that's just got a lot of, you kind of can't tell because there aren't any windows on the top of the building, like on the upper, what would be the second floor.
And in terms of the window that's over here, this window, it's not like we can't get to the. Oh, I can walk over that way. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. If I walk over this way, can I? Oh, did I just go in the building? Sorry. I don't know what I'm
I
doing.
think my light got a little messed up there, gang.
I was just trying to go to see if, like, how do I get to that window? Like, what is that window?
Yeah,
is that
you
just like around the
shouldn't be
corner?
able to see through that. I don't know why that happened.
Okay, sorry.
What is north of Tav? I just see a solid black line, and then.
Yeah, I don't really know.
That's what
I'll
you
be
should-
honest. I don't really know why that's happening
Okay.
either. The dynamic lighting on this map is being a little weird for some reason, and I can't explain it. So but this is just street up here.
Yeah,
Like you.
it's just more gray.
Okay.
It's the gray that's we're standing on.
Oh,
Okay.
you know what I
Oh,
should do?
cool.
Hang on. Nope, not that. That's mirror. Okay, there we go. Let me try that. Nope, it's still not working. Or is it? I don't know. Anyway, okay. I think it should be working now. What was the question? Sorry, we had some technical difficulties.
Just trying to figure out how do you see into that window that's there.
Okay. People stop going north. I don't know why the light is messed up. it's being weird. You would have to like climb over the fence and get closer to it to really see in it. You can. It's basically what's going on is that it's kind of like dirty and hard to see through, especially in the dark. So you'd have to like really get right up on it to see. And the same thing with this one down here.
And the gate's locked.
Yes, currently.
You guys want to
Okay.
check the perimeter first?
Stealthily.
All right. You two. Well, guess just the jingly one might want to stay back a little bit.
I was about to say I rolled a 1 earlier, so I don't know. I'm just gonna go.
Are we still on those same stealth checks? That's where we're at stealthy wise.
You would make new stealth checks for any additional stealthy
Yeah.
stuff you're trying to
Okay.
do in this space.
So I think that I would just kind of like be right up front with them as the stealthiest one, or supposedly supposed to be the stealthiest one.
Sure.
Just
The
so-
dice are pernicious. They do what they do. Yeah, I mean, you could try to lock pick the front gate. You could try and climb over it. You guys can try and go find something to help you climb over it. You know, the sky's the limit here.
I do have thieves' tools, so I can try and pick the lock on there while everybody's
Okay.
looking around the perimeter.
Yeah, go
If
for it.
that's okay with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay,
and,
so it's a sleight of hand check.
I'm
it's a
stealthy, but I'm
thieves'
carrying
tools
a
check?
torch, so.
Which you can make on your sheet on the left side under where your stats are.
So right above stealth, right? Yeah, 24 for sleight of hand. You said sleight of hand, right? Or did you say
No, I
something
said
else? I'm
thieves
sorry.
tools.
Thieves. Oh, I have to click the thieves tools.
Yeah, if you click that, and it'll ask you what stat, and you're gonna say dexterity.
Oh.
What
21.
other stat can you use?
I think it's the same thing. There might be circumstances where I might say intelligence or perception, depending on like,
cool.
because the thing is, it's like, what are we testing? Are we testing, if we're doing something like intelligence, it might be like you can use the thieves tools, but you have to figure out how the mechanism of a trap works in order to disarm it versus can you simply,
Interesting.
doing a lock would be, oh, can you just dexterously do it? There's, and any stat technically can be used in that way of like, normally it's associated with one stat, but there might be reasons. Like one of the ones they call out is if you're doing an intimidation check, you might use your strength instead of your charisma modifier if you are, say, like bending an iron bar as part of your intimidation. It's like you're proving how strong you are, so I might say make an intimidation check with your strength modifier. People don't use that all the time, but stuff like tool proficiencies a lot of times will have different, probably the most common place that comes up. But yes, with a 21, easy. This is not a tough lock. You just absolutely blast through it real quick. The lock falls open, and you can pull the chains off and open the Open the
I
thing.
think to Zylander, as he's picking the lock, is just like kind of just like laissez, just like looking around, like this isn't hard, not even looking at the lock. And then as it pops open, he just like twiddles the lockpick in his hands and then blows on it and puts it away. And
Incredible.
then steps through the gate and says, "After you guys."
Foxy, take some DM inspiration from that. That's funny. That's a good move. I like
Where
that.
do I add that at?
On your character sheet in the top left near where your initiative and like strength mod and stuff, there should be a box that says initiative. If you click it, it'll put a little symbol in it. Not initiative, inspiration.
I have armor class, initiative, and speed.
Okay, left of armor class and above proficiency bonus.
I see
is
inspiration, but I don't have a box to. Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I already had it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Do I have 2 of them now?
no, it's you don't have to give one. You can have one DM and one chat at a time.
And
if
honestly,
you-
if I had remembered that was up there, I would have used that
Is there-
earlier.
that's all right.
I forgot. Okay, but cool.
Okay.
Anyway, just for flavor.
All right. You look. You've got the door directly ahead of you, and these 2 windows that are like dusty and stuff. You'd probably have to like wipe off the window to try to peer in.
It's very precarious.
I think
And are you guys trying to like sneak up to the door, or are you just like walking?
Yeah.
What's the
I'm
plan?
gonna sneak up to the door.
Sneaking. Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody who's sneaking, please make stealth checks.
Damn!
Well, you got that inspiration. You wanna
I'm
use it?
burning it. Yeah.
oh, I'm at
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Yeah,
Damn.
because you have heavy armor.
I got an 8.
Stealth check again. 12. Jesus Christ. Well, the other one was a nat 1 though.
Okay.
But, oof.
12 and 12.
Victor, get back here.
Loud. All we hear is just like that sound of like when you have too much change in your pocket as he's walking forward.
Ash, you may be right. I don't think I'm the type for this.
Yeah, you hang back out with me. I can't see in the dark, so I got a torch anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be heading for this window here.
But me and you're the ones that's holding the torches. Nobody else is.
I know. So we stay back, they go forward, and let us know when it's clear.
Oh, can I see in the dark?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I can
Yeah.
see really well in the dark.
Yeah.
So can I as an elf.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, I seem to have like missed some spots with my dynamic lighting. That's okay. So you're going up to the window.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that this guy here?
Yeah. Make a perception check.
I'm like kind of like up over here by the door, I think.
13 perception.
13. Okay. And by. Check something. Okay. Okay. You look in the window, and you can see that the interior of the warehouse is in disarray, and you can see the corpses of several men lying near the walls of the warehouse. And from where you're standing, yeah, you can see there's like a kind of right below the window you're looking into. You can see a dead man.
Doesn't seem to be dressed like the description of that guy, does it?
No, he does not.
It's fine clothes or raggedy.
No. It's a little tough to see because again the window is very cloudy, but he does appear to be wearing like dark clothes, and you can see the glint of a blade nearby on the floor as well.
Hmm.
Seemingly like near where his hand fell. Near his hand where he fell.
Nothing but corpses here.
Ryan,
We better stay
jostle
close.
Jostle the window open. You gonna do that fancy hand trick once more?
Okay, you're trying. I'm sorry, you said jostle the window open.
No, I meant with the fancy hand trick thing where you went, psh, you know, Mr. Magic Fingers over here.
Oh, you want Xylander to open the
Xylander,
window
yes.
for you? Okay,
Yes,
all right.
correct.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was imagining Tav like shaking the locked window for some reason. I was like, what? That is
This
an
window that-
insane maneuver.
me and him, the one that me and him are near, or the one that she's over there by?
Just that Eric Andre like, let me in. Oh.
Which, the window that me and
Okay.
Okay.
So you're suggesting this? Okay, all right.
That is yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's not the first time I've been called magic fingers. And then I'm gonna take out my thieves' tools and try again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think Victor's just gonna kind of quietly, tell everybody like, guys, I've always had luck just making myself known.
Xylander's just kind of like, he's gonna turn his head with side eye towards Victor, and then kind of like recoil a little bit as like the little bit of light off of his torch like reflects off his gold armor, and be like, yeah, that doesn't seem like a good idea, bub. And it's gonna kind of look back, and it's like, I'm gonna go for my thieves' tools again.
Okay.
And then that would be a dexterity.
Yes. Make a
18.
Yeah, that'll do. You are able to carefully unlock the window quietly and open it. You guys could sneak into that window if you would like. Or anyway, so the window is now open. Anyone who wants to can try and sneak into it, should you want to.
And I'm going to look over in the direction of my friend here that's name is slipping my mind for some reason. And ask if he wants to go in first, Vareth.
Yeah. I'll give you the okay if it's clear.
All right, and I'm gonna like kind of hold out my hands like this in case he needs like up. I don't know how tall the window is.
Uppies.
Okay, Vareth. As you enter the window, give me a stealth check, please.
No.
Oh,
Hold that
zoinks.
thought. My chat inspiration. Holy fucking
Oh
god!
no! Do you have DM inspiration?
I do, and I'm gonna burn it.
Okay.
All right, I'll
Okay.
take that.
All right.
Holy shit. For friends listening to the podcast version,
Okay.
if we're still doing those, that was a 9 and then a 7. That one. It was
So,
real bad.
Vareth, I have really, really good news for you.
Love that.
The other things in this room, who are not like super hidden, but also trying not to be very visible by the window, as you carefully sneak in, they don't seem to be paying that much attention. Their passive perception is only 12.
Oh,
And
man.
you see 4 avian creatures. First of all, as you come in, you smell the copper scent of blood on the stale warehouse air. Tables and chairs and boxes have been carelessly tossed across the floor, and the corpses of a dozen men lie along the walls, their rapiers and daggers lying nearby. On the north side of the area, up here, stairs rise to a second level, which you can see above. And you see 4 short avian creatures with long beaks and black feathers looking over and around, who do not seem to have noticed you. Each wears a hooded cloak and wields a short sword and is covered in blood.
Oh.
Okay.
So
what I
you
would-
don't have a lot of time here. If you stick around and just do nothing, they will notice you.
Hold on.
What
Is it a
would you
murder of
like to
crows?
do?
It sure is.
Take DM inspiration for that, god damn it.
Okay, so what I'd like to quickly do is give a hand signal to Xylander, and you said I see 4.
Yes, you see one. So you might be able to. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
see
can kind of see him. I just
one here. Yeah, they're all like, you can tell they were trying to not be super visible, but you do see 4. 3 along the back wall, and 1 like directly north of you.
yeah. So I'd like to see if I can put up 4 fingers, and then the quiet to Xylander to let him know that hopefully that conveys that there's 4 potential enemies in here, and I'd like to try to get right here and hide behind these.
Okay.
Do I understand his hand signals? Like, with how dark it is inside?
I mean, you have dark vision, right?
And we're
I can't
standing like
see-
5
Hear it
foot
out.
from each other, bud.
I can't see you. Like, I have no vision right there.
I just climbed through the window. I
I can't. I don't know what. I don't know what to tell you. I literally like on my screen. I don't see anything.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
I can't
fine.
see your
The window
token.
is
I can't
not-
see
yeah,
your token either,
it's
but
fine.
Okay.
I imagine we're looking each other in the eye through the fucking window. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
you can see him through the window, and yes,
Okay.
you can see his hand signals.
So Zylander's gonna turn around towards the two in the back and kind of just like hold up, and just like tell them to hold back for a moment, and that there's 4 inside, and then he's gonna attempt to go through the window.
Yeah,
Okay.
Do I need a stealth check to get here or anything?
I think I'll let that 13 ride
Love that for me.
on that in that case.
God, I've not had a good luck with stealth checks.
Okay, I'll need a stealth check from Zylander as you go through the window.
Please, dear Lord Jesus. 17.
Yeah, she'll do.
That will also do. You sneak into the window, and we'll let that ride.
I'm gonna
You can't
group up
just
behind
run
them.
anywhere. You know, you kind of have to keep to cover.
I'm
but
saying
you
like
can
right
move.
behind him.
Okay, so you're moving right behind Vareth. Okay,
Yep,
yeah,
right
that'll
here.
work.
Okay.
Okay, what is the plan at this point? Are you guys gonna like get the drop on him and attack and hope everybody follows you in? If anybody tries to like call out or anything like that to them, obviously people will know that that's happening. And yeah, I will say, just tactically speaking, the likelihood that everybody gets through that window without anybody noticing, pretty slim. So, the 2 who are inside currently have the drop. What would you all like to do?
As Islander's gonna look over at Vareth and just kind of be like, I don't know how hand signals work with shit, and be like, I'm just gonna go like this, and then like towards the sides for us to go around at this one that we can kind of see around the box, and talk about flanking it from both sides.
I'm just going to relay the information of what I'm seeing I'm just going to peer in the window, see what's going on, and then kind of just go back over to the fence and relay the information.
I'll put it this way. My intention is, to hold and see what the rest of everybody's doing. I'm not looking like getting in a fight without everybody being in here.
Okay.
Y'all can get the surprise round.
Uh-huh.
So my hand signal will be like, wait. We wait.
He's like, yeah.
Hold.
Okay. So they're holding. Tav sees them holding.
Tav's going to look over and go,
Holy shit. I can't help but to feel like Vareth just face palm.
she's crawling in at this point.
Okay.
Nobody said anything.
Okay. Yeah, Tav, make a stealth check.
Please. 15.
Okay. Tav sneaks in the
And-
room.
Ash is just gonna sneak to the outside of the window after telling Victor to follow him once he's inside. He's gonna go here.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I
not
won't make
go
you.
in
I
yet.
won't make you roll a stealth check to get there. Only when
Okay.
you have to go. Only when you go in the window.
So what are we thinking now, guys? To the 3/5 of the party is here. The other 2 are right within a reach. Do we adjust, like, in kind of like whispering to these 2? Should we go and try our best, or? And then if they're right there, if we need them, that way we can at least start taking some of these guys down first.
Having some
Do we know
surprise
they're
would be
bad
great.
people? I
Vareth's
mean,
just gonna gesture to the corpses on the floor.
why do we think that they murdered him?
I don't know.
Gonna gesture to the bloody swords in their hands.
They could have killed bad guys.
Yeah. I mean, you want to talk?
I think his Islander's gonna reach behind, like where one of his 2 daggers is sitting in his back waistband, and pull one of them out and just be like, no.
What if they're good guys? Man, I wish I
Well-
had Victor here.
If they're good guys, then they'll scream and tell us to stop.
Yeah. So, here's what I will say real quick. Vareth, give me a perception check.
All right. 16.
Nice.
Okay. With a 16, as you kind of glance around, you've gestured repeatedly at these corpses. Some of the corpses you can see have the winged snake tattoo on the neck. Classic Zentarum sign.
Okay.
The others, so you see these avian creatures. The corpses are actually all human, strangely enough. You do see on one of the corpses near you that doesn't have a winged snake, you can see a black tattoo on the palm of his right hand that looks like, hang on, do I have a handout for this? Was I smart enough? Was Past Pixel smart enough to make this
I believe he is.
additional art handout? Oh, come on. I know that I made one of these. Question is if I uploaded it properly.
You know, this is sounding more and more like a hate crime. It's all humans and avians versus humans.
More like gang war.
Oh, dang it.
What gang are the murder crows in?
Please hold while I'm awaiting further information. From
Yeah, sorry. So
divine being.
I don't have the image on me. Unfortunately, I'll have to grab that off the other hard drive and put that in there. But it is a circle with 10 spokes radiating out from its circumference.
That's not familiar to me in any way.
I feel like I don't know if you could place exactly. You know what? Make an insight check.
18.
18. It's not familiar with you, but a circle with lines coming off of it could, in some kind of interpretive way, look a little bit like a beholder in its eye stalks, if you think about it. And it tracks with all of the fighting by the Xanatar and the Zentarum. There's basically, by this point, you're like, this is all out gang war. You know, it's like the fighters in the bar, the dead people on the street, more dead people in here. And another thing that you know is that the Xanathar Guild employs kind of lots of different people, but a lot of the higher echelons of the guild tend to be more like not humans and elves and halflings, but more like orcs and goblins and hobgoblins, and just some of the less common humanoid species, which you kind of maybe get the idea could be these Kenku.
Yeah, okay. So that was going to be my next question, if I recognize them as Kinku.
Yes. Yeah, I think anybody would.
Yes.
Any of you, it's common enough.
Okay, so I'm going to try to see. How would he say this? I wouldn't be worried about them being good guys. I have reason to believe that they probably work for the Xanathar.
All right. Well, I'm ready if you are.
All right, I guess we go for the drop.
Okay. Yeah.
Hearing
Hell yeah.
that, Zylander's going to grab the other dagger from his back pocket and kind of do the same kind of thing you did with the lockpicks and spin them and just hold both of them like this, ready to go.
Okay. Great. So here's what we're going to do. These people will be surprised. So everybody go ahead and roll initiative. And in the first round of combat,
I'm going to use my amulet's ability to get an extra D4 onto my
okay.
Because God rolling
damn.
a nat 1.
Yeah, so that is what
on-
the just to reveal to everybody, that is
Oh,
what
yeah.
that amulet of Mylaki grants a once per day D4 to your initiative.
Well,
2.
I just wanted it because it's super deeply meaningful to me.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted
Honestly.
it because it was magically inclined and I won.
Okay.
Zylander's never owned pretty things. He wanted the pretty thing.
Oh,
Damn.
Missing
Wait.
crusted with gold dragon scales.
fuck! Can't help I was born with this.
I
she's
can't
born
help
with
that I
it.
wasn't.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's
she's
dragon
born
legacy. Okay. Dragon genes? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Okay.
It's dragon.
So,
Dragon scales. Dragon scales.
okay, as you guys start to act, one of these guys sort of notices you, He's no longer surprised, but he doesn't get to act this round. And then Vareth, you are up.
All right. You ready for this? This is for you, Ace. I'm looking at you, baby. We're going to do hashtag Ranger things.
Hashtag Ranger things.
All right. We're going to pop
Or like
out.
hashtag
oh, fuck. That
Stranger
guy's right there.
You didn't know he was right there.
He's right there.
The dude is right here, my dude.
I could see him through the crack of the box.
Yeah, he's been here
I
the
didn't
whole
until
time.
just now.
Hashtag Ranger things.
Well, that's less
Okay,
on
yeah,
Barrett
I'll
than
give
more
you
on me
guys some
because
of
I'm
these
blind as
boxes.
shit.
Okay.
Okay, let me try this again. Sorry. Can I? Yeah. We'll go. Let's see, 5 feet
Holy
this
shit.
way. Keep to cover,
Okay.
and holy shit. I guess we're good. Can I attack this guy from where I'm at?
Yeah, absolutely. You can kind of like pop up over the box.
Yeah, let's
you
do
have
that.
advantage from attacking from stealth.
Let's do it. Longbow coming at you for 16.
16 hits. Go ahead and roll
Almost
damage.
Stranger Things. That's right. And that's 5 piercing to this guy
Oof.
right here.
Yeah, he takes a nasty hit, but is still cooking.
And I
Anything
would
else?
like
Any more
to-
movement? You
yeah,
moved 5 feet.
I would like to just go ahead and hold my ground, hide behind this.
Okay. You don't have more actions to hide with, unless you have like a special ability
Oh,
that
I
gives you
don't.
that.
No, I'm sorry.
But you're just
I
you're
just don't
taking
know if I
cover.
could use cover. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
that's my bad.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say. So, are you just like standing there, or are you like, if you go prone, you'll have like full cover. Otherwise, you'll have half cover. Either way, it's fine by me. I just want to let you know what the ramifications are.
And
also,
then
but you
if
probably
I
don't wanna go prone and
they'll
melee
have
with that guy,
advantage
so
if they
yeah.
come up to melee me, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm probably not that. We'll just go for
Okay,
half
take the
cover.
half
Kind
cover.
of like
Okay.
kind of like crouch down and
Yeah. You'll have to remember. I'm pretty sure. Help me remember. Half cover, I think, is +2 AC.
Okay.
And +2 dex saves. Yes.
I like it.
So when I just remind me when I attack you, when you're calculating your AC and if it hits. Okay. Also, everyone inside, make a perception check for me.
23.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't roll that well on
13 for me.
initiative.
23 and 19. Okay. Tav and Xylandor, you hear some scuffling and scrambling noises from the balcony upstairs, and you get the sense that there might be some people upstairs. But they are still surprised, so that's not like they've moved into position to attack you or anything, but you just hear the noise. Ash,
I think.
go ahead, sorry.
So as I mean, it doesn't take an action to like relay this information, does it at all?
No, I mean, you can't have like a long conversation, but you can shout something out for sure.
I think that I would just be like looking in both directions because like obviously the ones above don't necessarily know exactly where we are. So I'll look towards Ash's way and just point upwards and then look and whisper towards what's his Bareth and just tell him that I hear something upstairs.
And I'll tell you guys real quick, just to sort of like sketch in so you kind of have a sense, is that when you look up at the balcony, what you kind of see is that like that black line that I'm drawing there is kind of where the balcony is upstairs. So it's like the two squares to the right of Vareth are under the balcony, and then it runs up to where the stairs are and goes left and kind of cuts back around, sort of.
Okay, so balcony looking into this room.
Yes. Yeah.
Not balcony looking outside.
No, correct. It's so the second floor doesn't cover the whole, it's not like a whole floor, the whole room is like it's like if you think like a farm with a loft kind of thing, right? Where like there's a big open area and then there's this, and so basically where these pillars are, they're like holding up the second floor, like catwalk looking, like, second
Makes
area.
sense.
And you
But
can,
we
as you
can't
look
see
up,
anything up
also
there,
you
right?
see that there's like a big like crane winch kind of a system that they use to move some of the heavier boxes around from the upper floor and things like that. So anyway, okay. Ash, you're up.
So Ash is outside and may or may not have known what's going on.
I
so
think you
he's
hear things kick off. You hear movement. You hear a bow twang. You hear a pained like grunt as
Sure.
somebody gets hit. So like it's clear to you that shit's popping off.
Okay, even in the surprise round here.
Yeah, I mean, I think like because you can look through the window, like I imagine that you weren't
Sure.
just like completely.
Yeah.
looking around, you keyed in. So yeah, I'm gonna say that all of
Okay.
you guys are hear things quick enough to.
And what's
get
the
the drop on
lighting
it.
situation inside? Is it fully dark?
I'm pretty sure everybody in there is currently using dark vision.
There's
far
no
as I
light
know.
source already inside.
I don't think so. Let me look at my notes and see if it says.
One other question: are each of these squares 1 feet or 5 feet?
5 feet. Oh,
Okay,
do I have
sorry.
that? Okay, weird.
It's on 1 feet.
That's strange. I must have. Okay. There you go. Hopefully that should fix it.
Awesome,
If we
thanks.
restart.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think it's lit. I think it's dark in here. I'm pretty sure.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna keep my torch in hand and climb through the window, just
All right.
5 feet forward, so I can actually see things. Oops, I think I can get through there. Yeah. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 can see that guy and nothing else. So I'm just gonna, I guess, produce flames since I don't see any other targets in the area.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it. I think that's a spell attack. Or is
It
it a
is.
save on my part?
Spell attack.
Okay, 16 hits for sure.
All right. And how do we do damage? Right
Uh,
there? Oh, did it
there you
already
go.
have damage in there?
No, you rolled it.
Okay,
if you
4
click
damage.
the purple producer, yep. Incredible. That is going to exactly do it.
Woo!
So
Gonna
you
move.
you pop in the window, fire off your produce flame, and
Oh,
the
nice.
the kenku's feathers catch fire, and it falls down and burns.
All right, and we're just gonna move in a little more closer to the group here because he doesn't know what's going on. Actually, do I have enough room? I might just come back here and hide behind the barrels.
You're tiny. I also really love that your icon is half size. Like,
Thank you. It's honestly, I'll be honest with you. I actually have to do work to do those. I have to like import,
Damn.
like I make the token and it's the normal size, and then I have to import it into a photo editing software and like make the extra space around it. So
Damn. It's
I'm
the
just
details,
glad somebody
the
noticed my
details.
work.
I love it. It
Otherwise,
makes
you
me
just
happy.
appear the same size as everybody. Okay. And then Ash, you went to like hide behind the things. You can't share this space with Cav there. I don't know if you
I'm a
Hi.
halfling. I can.
okay. Is that
Actually.
which
Maybe
feature
I
is
can't
that?
share it. I can move through the
Yeah, I
space.
think you can move through it very easily.
Ah,
And I think you can also get cover from creatures larger than you.
Question is, can you see around me?
Okay. Hang on.
Does it tell me on my character sheet how much movement I have?
Yep.
Yes,
Where?
Right next to initiative.
I see it. Thank you.
yeah, you can you can move through the space of any creature that's a size larger than yours, which means you can move through enemy spaces too. I think that's what that's
got
mostly
it. Cool.
telling you.
Thanks.
Okay. All right, that is you. There's another surprised Kenku. They are all surprised Xylandor.
So I think if with my 30 space of movement, I'll go here. Whoopsies. I'll go here, diagonal, diagonal, here,
Okay, yeah.
which is 20 feet. And I end up right here, and I'm gonna go for I've never played a like melee character before,
Yeah.
so do I just click the weapon I want to use?
Yes, so on your sheet in the middle, underneath of like hit points and temp HP, I believe, you have the name of like rapier, shortbow, and dagger.
Okay, yeah.
If you click one of those, is how you use that.
Okay. And I know I already said it, but I forgot I had a rapier. Can I use my rapier instead?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
So I only have one, right? So I have one rapier and then my dagger in my other hand.
Correct.
So then I just click the attack on the rapier.
Yeah,
first?
you click and you click the rapier where
20, dirty
that'll
20.
hit, and then for damage you can just click in the chat box where it says rapier there.
In the
purple.
damage type. Oh, in here. On this
Yeah,
side,
you
okay.
can roll it from your sheet as well, but whoo boy.
That's
Yeah, you get
13.
sneak attack from the advantage because you were attacking from hiding when you made the rush. So that is that is enough. You execute this.
Can I do it? I kind of like how we've been doing like combat and stuff.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm gonna just kind of like bob and weave and kind of like roll around the box as I come around the pillar, and I just take my rapier right from behind and just like snap its neck with my blade as I come in from behind.
Incredible. You have a sharp rapier, and you choose to use the back of it to break his neck instead. Incredible decision.
Well, no, I mean like it's like as I'm like slicing through, I'm also like twisting its neck back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Very good.
Double
Yeah.
homicide,
So you
know?
slash and snap its neck at the same time. That guy's having a bad day, but then he's not having any kind of a day because now he's dead. You still have 10 feet of movement if you want to go anywhere.
I would like to back up 5 movement just over here, kind of like being able to see a little bit farther back, but not be overly engaged.
Yeah. Okay. That brings us to Tav.
All right, Tav is gonna pop her head up, and she's probably gonna go for the furthest one. Or let's see, that one's gone.
There's
that
one
one's down
here.
Yeah,
and one
I'll go for
here.
the one that's farthest away.
Okay.
The one that's over here. She's gonna pop up, and she's gonna try and cast a firebolt on it.
Okay.
Let's see, we get 18.
Jesus, you guys haven't missed yet.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll damage.
All right, for damage. Oh, it's not my favorite.
Okay.
Oh no!
And that was.
It's not my favorite.
I mean, I don't know if you have inspiration, you can spend it on damage. You don't have to, obviously.
Yeah, I will go ahead.
Okay.
I will take my chat inspiration. I'll pull it off in a second to re-roll that because that was.
Okay.
I can't go down like this. I'm gonna roll my DM inspiration.
Oh my god. If this
Is
is
this
a
another
one.
one?
Oh no.
Damn.
Okay.
Tav's gonna crouch back down.
So, I mean, it's
It
a
was
dark
really
warehouse.
She's on her mind. She can't get off of her mind the fact that there was this beautiful memory of her past that was taken from her, and she looks over. She catches a glimpse of the pendant on Zylander, and it hurts her, and she gets distracted from casting her flame.
Yeah, of course.
I hope that in the moment that when she does look at that pendant and see it, she does realize that pendant's the reason that I am above her in initiative order.
Oh, she knows. You think that makes it better?
Okay.
Does that help?
Any more movement from Tav?
I will probably go ahead and move a little bit. I'll probably move over to like these boxes. I think it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, that gets me over here.
Nice.
I will say, just for general knowledge, folks, if you left click a token and you're just holding left click and you can like move the token around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And while you're doing that, if you click right click, it'll put down like a little measurement thing. That making
I didn't know
sense?
Oh.
And then if you
Cool.
click it more than once, you can put down waypoints.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
Oh, and then it'll
that
go.
that can make that can make it easier to measure specific distances and where you turn and stuff like that. I think you can do the same thing with measuring by hitting spacebar,
Yeah.
maybe.
I had been doing
Right
I did
click?
the
Yeah,
measuring
with right
stick.
click.
Yeah.
But that can make it easier to know exactly how to move a token, and then when you let go, it just does it for you. So, okay. That all having been said, Victor,
Interesting.
things have clearly popped off. All of your friends have gone through this window. It's time for the Clanky Boy to clank his way in there. What would you like to do?
Clanky Boy is definitely coming in, but I'm really hoping the front door is not locked. 'Cause I want to come into the front door.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this question. Is your plan to just bash through the front door regardless of whether it's unlocked, or are you going to try the door first and then go from there?
No, I would assume that I would just try the front door.
Okay.
And then,
The front door is locked.
dang it, I expended 20 movement to get to it,
Yeah.
too.
Now,
Shit.
at this point, you've used an object interaction to check the door. You
Uh-huh.
can use your action to try to kick the door in. That is a choice. Or you can use additional movement and an action to like dash and get in. Either way, you don't really have an action to like attack with once you get inside.
Yeah.
but it's just
You
a
know
question of
what?
which way do you want to go.
I actually do like it. I'm gonna kick the door in.
Okay. Make an athletics check for me.
Come on, do it like Jason did.
Come on. Oh.
Oh.
You know what?
Oh.
DM inspiration here.
DM
because
inspiration,
I
all right.
Like that. 13.
13. Let me check my notes on the door.
That's never-
Yeah. A DC 10
yeah.
strength check will open the door. You
Nice.
rear back and boom! Blast this door open. Let me grab. Hang on. Boom! You
So
blast the
I got-
door open.
I got 10 more feet, so let's go here. That means that front door never fails, guys.
He says as he comes into 2 bodies already on the ground by the time he makes it through the front door.
Yeah. Honestly, there are so many dead bodies in this room. Truly an absolutely stunning amount of corpses.
No, I guess that's all I
That's not what I
got for this round.
Sorry, I'm trying to just grab
No, you're fine.
bits of blood to put on. Okay. All right. So that is Victor. We're back up top. Okay. This Kenku sees everybody rush in the room. He is going to. Okay. They don't have you surprised. Okay. He is going to attack. Okay. I don't think he can really get a good shot on Vareth or Ash. I think he could shoot at Xylandor. I don't think he has a great shot at Tav. Okay, he's gonna pick between Xylandor and Victor. Okay, he's gonna go for Victor because you just busted in the room. Short bow. A 19 to hit.
Gosh dang. Oh, yeah. That
Okay.
hits.
All right, for 8 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
I'd
And
be dead.
then he is
Damn.
going to.
Well,
Would you really?
Yes.
Thankfully for the hit die, I'm
Yeah, so that
actually
was why I
okay.
needed that initiative.
Level 1. Level 1.
Squishy
Listen,
magic.
this is
user.
the point where I'm demonstrating why the last time that VP went through this warehouse, it was a TPK.
Yeah.
What?
Everybody died in here?
Yeah, I had to pull some GM shenanigans to keep them alive, and it was a mess.
Damn.
Okay, so
Oh my.
yeah, so you take 8 points of
Darren just
damage,
run in.
Vareth, and then this Kenku is going to move. He's going to bonus action hide. Everybody, please tell me what your passive perception is.
14.
16.
Okay, he does not
11.
successfully hide. I can already tell you, he does not successfully hide. You guys see him run over to the stair.
Where was passive perception at? I know he said he failed, but I see
Under your stats, just keep going down. I think it's between stats and
14.
tools. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And plenty of you see him. He is definitely not hidden. Vareth, you're up.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna use. Trying to see where I can see somebody from here. If I go here first, I think that I can see this Kenku right here. I'm 20 feet here. And
Yeah,
take
I'm
my
going to
shot.
take off some of these little ones now that you guys kind of have a sense of what's going on around here.
My goal is to shoot at this guy here.
Okay. Yeah.
Go
ahead.
Oh, sorry guys. My AC has disappeared. I do not know what my armor class is,
Oh, boy.
That's fun.
and I'm almost wondering if 8 from earlier it was not correct.
Yeah.
It should not have been 8.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
8.
you should have.
For a paladin?
Let's see.
probably
You were wearing
18?
chainmail. You're wearing chainmail. Do you have a shield?
I have a shield and chainmail.
Okay,
Yes.
shield plus
Be
chainmail.
18, won't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so a 19 still would have hit, but why is it not there?
You may not have something equipped at the bottom in your inventory when we added stuff to it. Did you?
I mean,
unclick
I can
something?
just override it. It's fine.
Oh wait,
Um,
so not 19?
No, it's 18.
It'll be 18
18, right?
with
Oh,
chainmail
okay.
and shield. So chainmail 16, but shield gives you +2 to your AC.
Okay. I was really confused for a second.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
it-
accidentally typed 19 instead of 18. That's my bad.
No, that's fine. But earlier it actually only said 8. I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
Weird.
weird.
Rough.
Yeah, that ain't right for a paladin.
Yeah. Okay, but we're all good. Varith, take a shot. 17 hits for sure.
17 hit, yas. That'll be 7 piercing damage to this guy here.
Okay.
Hot.
And then hashtag ranger things. I'm gonna use the last 10 of my movement to get behind these crates right here.
Okay. All right. Okay. Coming from above. I don't think you guys can see this particular. Well, you can't see him on the map, but from the balcony above, just to the east, just to the northeast of where Varith is, Varith, you are going to be targeted by a short bow. Oof, 19 to hit.
That'll do it.
9 points of piercing damage. Yeah, these guys are that. I think that's max damage. Yeah, that's max.
Yeah, that's
damage.
rough.
Jesus.
Oh lordy.
Oh lord. And then this guy is going to scooch back. Bonus action hide.
Healthy.
Who?
Zylander. Zylander, you know
Ooh,
you can turn
that
off the broadcast,
is-
right?
So for what I'm measuring?
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe I want everybody to know. I keep everybody on their toes. I don't know.
I didn't know that. How do you do that?
When you
There's
click
a
the
toggle.
measure, you can toggle it off.
Yeah.
I knew that, but it's just like
Yeah,
I
you
don't
can.
care.
You can. There's a broadcast to others. Yeah. Anyway, okay. All right. So, brutal shot coming in at Varith, and then it sneaks back to wherever it is on the upper floor. I don't. Unless does anybody have a higher than 19 passive perception? I don't think so.
Jesus.
no.
No. Okay, Ash, you are up.
Hang on. Roll20 just flaked out on me. Okay, it's
No.
back. So I'm gonna go right over here and hide behind these two and maybe see something. Okay, I see this guy up there now. And I'm gonna whisper to these guys, how many are there? And produce flame on that guy up there again.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Oops, did I close my sheet? Alright. Hang on. Oh, where'd it go? It's none of my spells. It was on core. There it is.
There's a lot of audio tracks at the same time right now.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, we missed with a 9. Well, probably
Okay.
missed.
Yeah. 9 does not hit. You can use inspiration if you got it. You don't have to, obviously.
Sure, why not? I do have it. I just lost my page again. Oh. Sorry, I must have closed something on accident again.
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah, this character sheet is, I'm struggling.
Yeah, I've just been doing it on Roll20 for that reason. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
I mean,
or
I
not, sorry,
could
not
do
Roll20.
that.
I mean D&D Beyond.
Oh no. Ooh,
The miss again.
brutal. Was that DM or chat inspiration?
That was DM.
Jeez.
Okay. Anything else from Ash?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Just gonna hide.
All right. That guy who you were shooting at is going to shoot back at you. So are you? If you're hiding behind Tav, you have
Mhm.
cover. I think he's actually going to shoot at Tav
Fuck.
instead. Sorry.
Bye. It's nice knowing y'all.
Oof.
Well, some of y'all.
That's an 18 to hit.
Yep, that'd hit.
Okay. No shield or anything.
I don't have a shield. Nope.
Okay. 7 points of piercing damage.
I'm dead.
R.I.P. Tav. And then he is going to try to run up the stairs. 15.
Oh,
7?
no.
I'm dead. That was my hit points. I'm at 0.
You're
I'm
down.
death
You're
saving
not
throws.
dead.
Sorry, I'm not dead. Yeah, 7. I'm throwing death saving throws
Oh,
though.
no, right there. Okay. Okay.
Oh my god, we don't. Do we have a healer at all? Now that I'm
Yes.
looking at this.
You've got
You've
a
got a-
couple.
Oh, we have a
for
druid.
me.
Paladin
You have
and
some
a druid.
choices, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then
Answer's
he is
no,
going to
make
try
it-
to
There's
stealth
no
as
cleric.
well. Oof, that is okay. So he rushes upstairs and hides. Next up.
Me.
Nope.
Oh.
Next up. Another one of these bad boys
Oh my
Oh,
god.
from upstairs. This one is going to shoot at. I mean, I think he has a shot on all of you, so I'm just gonna roll. Not at Tav, obviously, because what's the point? He's going for Zylander.
Can he see me underneath the balcony?
Yes, he is on the other side of the balcony over here, shooting
Okay.
the other way. He's like directly above where the stairs are, kind of like right up here. Actually,
Damn, that's why I stayed under here. I thought it was just on this side. But I see it now over there.
Yeah, there's two different guys. The first one was on the side
Yeah.
you're on. He couldn't shoot you, but the other one. Okay. Up. 7 to hit. The first time I've missed so far, so hey, that's all right.
I'm glad, man. You've been doing a number.
Hey, you guys, you killed 2 of my guys right off the bat. Almost
I
got a
executed
third
one
one.
of them.
All right, speaking of Zylander, this guy is going to attempt to hide real quick. He does successfully hide. Okay.
Got a little lag
Okay.
there for
All
a
right, Zylander, you're up. There's one guy on the stairs. I think you can see from there, maybe. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
barely see this guy on the stairs, and then you know that one of them fled up the stairs, and then there's 2 more up there.
Okay, I'm gonna use my 20 feet of movement to go behind this box right here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to kind of pop up from behind the box and short bow at the Kenku that's right here.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
That's a 9 to hit.
9 does not hit.
Oh.
I don't think I have anything else I can do at level 1. So I guess I have half cover from the box.
Yes.
So I have +2 to my AC.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I end my turn. That's all I got.
Okay. Tav, hit that saving throw.
Yeah, remind me how I roll this.
I believe you just roll a d20. No, actually, there's a spot on the sheet where it says death saves, isn't it? In like the middle somewhere. Oh, that's a failure.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeep.
Oof.
Okay. Yeah, and you can mark a failure on your sheet.
Yep, I got
Like
that.
click in the little bubble. Okay. Vicky Poo.
Vicky Poo. Alright, so
I'm sorry, Mr. Valorcrest.
Mr. Vicky Poo's gonna run up here next to Barrett and Tav and use lay on hands for 6 points of health for Tav
Hero.
while saying for those who come after.
For those who come after.
Oh
Damn.
god.
Damn. Okay. So you regain 6 hit points, Tav.
I don't know how to cast it. I don't know if I'm supposed
thought it
to.
was
but-
the
It's fine.
for me.
It's lay on hands just takes an action and it doesn't have any spell
Okay.
slots or anything. So that's your action. You have more movement if you'd like to use it.
Yeah. Oh shit. How far did I go to get here? 15
20.
or 10 feet?
Yeah, 10
How,
feet.
where was I?
It
10
was
feet?
you were like
Okay.
here, wasn't it?
Yeah. I
'Cause you
think
were at
okay,
the door
yeah,
and then
it's
moved
right
10
to the
feet, so
door.
it's 10 feet up
That's
there.
right.
So you got 20 more feet.
All right. So let's see. All right, I'm gonna move up here next to Zylander.
Okay. All right.
Here we go.
Okay. This guy is going to take a shot at Victor, having seen you do some healing.
Oh no.
That is only a 12 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. And then he is also going to run upstairs.
Great.
He's going to attempt to hide. Okay. And with that, we'll come back on Varith. It's 10 o'clock now. How is everybody doing? I think it's probably a good place to stop in the middle of this combat and we'll pick it up next time. But if people want to push on and try and finish it, we can do that. I just don't know who's got like work and stuff. It is Sunday, so.
I'm okay with going to finish the combat at least. But
I
if
am
everybody else
too.
wants to
Yeah,
pass out.
same here.
Okay.
I ain't got work tomorrow.
Y'all already know I
or
ain't
for
got a
the
life,
next
so.
3 weeks.
I'm unemployed.
Oh my.
Gotta poke fun at it, honestly.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll carry on then. Okay, so he runs and hides and fails. So you all do still know where he is. He went up the stairs and to the right, kind of like up over this part of the balcony. He has half cover from the balcony in the box that he's kind of behind. Vareth, you're up.
Yeah, I'd like to use my movement to get
And
here.
stuff, you have chat inspiration.
Oh, thanks.
And I actually think I'm gonna use my action to hide.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
So what's that you need from me?
Just a stealth check.
Oh my fucking god. All right, well, that sucks.
Okay,
That's 8.
all right. Do you
Do I
have
still
chat
get half
inspiration,
cover
Vareth?
if I don't do that, or is that not how it works?
The cover is it has to do with like how much of your body is covered up from their view. So from the people upstairs, some of them will have good shots on you, some of them won't, probably.
Okay, well then I'm probably dead right here. That's fine.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay, which one of these guys? Okay. Boom. All right.
Oh,
Steph
wow.
and Foxy both have inspiration.
Okay,
Thank
from
you.
up top. You know what, Vareth? You're a lucky son of a bitch.
I like it.
Because as you look up above yourself, there is like right above your head actually an overhang where that crane thing that I described earlier was.
Woo!
And the guy that is up there cannot see you quite as easily as the others. So he's going to take a shot at somebody else.
That's handy because I don't want to metagame or anything, but let's just say he could blow real hard and I'd probably fall.
And Foxy,
Oh,
you have chat as well now.
Yep, I added it on mine.
Also, somebody did a hit dice? No.
I
Steph
think
also
they-
got chat inspiration.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah,
that was
was
just the
chat.
chat.
Okay.
Inspo, yeah.
All right. So he's gonna take a shot. He is gonna take a shot at Xylander. That's what I roll. Try again. 18 to hit,
Does hit.
and that is 5 points of piercing damage. And Ace is giving VP a hit.
you beautiful, beautiful bastard.
Oh, Ace.
So that would
Does
bring
like
me
that.
down to 5 temporary hit points.
Oh my god,
Oh
incredible.
my god.
Incredible.
Okay, well, you can take that as healing until you hit max, and whatever's left can be temp HP.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
So bad if he dies in 2 different campaigns. Did he die today in the other campaign?
Not today, but I have died
Oh,
a couple
okay.
times. So.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
he
he takes
has.
the shot. He makes the hit. He is going to scooch back along the railing. And do a stealth check on his bonus action. Because he can do that. And that's pretty high. Okay. All right. Ash. You are
All
up.
right.
You know at this point all of them are upstairs. There is one you can see, Ash. He's kind of like up above where this is on the second floor. You could shoot him, or you can just move, whatever you want to do.
All right.
What would you like?
So I can't see up there. This like on the east side here. Does this wall go all the way to the north? Or is that a wall?
On the east side, yes. So the wall on the east side goes from here all the way down to here,
Okay.
and that is
Um,
just the outline of the building.
Okay. So I am going to target the upper floor somewhere around here,
Okay.
and cast a fog cloud.
Oh boy. Okay. Hang on 1 second. Let me get into my spell template.
Very nice.
Come on. Where's my fog cloud? Are you the fog cloud? That's... oh. How big is a fog cloud?
20-foot radius sphere.
There's one. Is that correctly shaped? Yes, it is. Okay. First thing. ease of access. Slap this bad boy over here. Boop. Give it control of.
Damn, that's a 40-foot diameter. That's a big old cloud.
Yeah, it's a sphere too, so it probably comes down to the bottom floor.
Yeah. And then boom. Okay. So, this is the size of fog cloud. You can put the center of it
Jesus.
kind of wherever you want it to go, and then I'll put it upstairs and, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to cover as much of the area where he was running around so that
Okay.
we can get up the stairs. But I can't, like, this is all black for me from what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
So I want it further north than that.
Okay.
Should I be able to move that?
Yeah, you should be able to move it.
No, I can't left click and do anything with it.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Really?
Unless, yeah, well, at least click and drag is not working.
Click it and then hit like an arrow button and see what happens.
No, nothing.
Weird. Okay. I don't know why that's not working. It's because it's got you listed on the controlled button.
Oh, weird.
Okay. If you go too much further north, well, no, there is stuff up there. I have an overhang. Yeah, if you want it so that like the bottom of the fog cloud is right where the like edge of the upper balcony is, it would be like here. And then
Okay, yeah.
on the second floor, that would cover that whole like corner, kind of where he is.
Yeah, just trying to cover as much of that upper area.
Okay.
So I can't even see where it's positioned right now.
Yeah. Okay, I think
And-
that's probably
Cool. And then I will move and hide behind one of these people in front.
okay.
of
It might have to do with it being far enough out of your vision.
Okay. Oh, sure.
Okay. Hell yeah. So you're moving. Anything else from Ash?
3, 4, 5. I'll just go right there by Verith, and that'll be it.
All right. Let's see. This guy. Nope. Nope. Right. All right. He is going to kind of come to the top of the stairs a little bit.
Just because I screwed up earlier.
Yeah.
Tav, you actually only receive 5 lay on hands from me.
Okay.
I just realized it says your paladin level times 5, not plus 5. So
Got it. No worries. Thank you, though.
Oof. Victor. Got an 18 to hit.
beats it.
Okay, and I've got
Damn.
9 points of piercing damage. Also roll max damage. Yeesh.
Wait, I'm taking damage?
Yeah, 9 points of
Yeah.
piercing damage to hit you.
Oh shit.
Yeah, if they meet your AC, they do damage. And the same thing for you against them.
Oh, that's right. Damn.
Okay, and then he is going to... Oh, not that. Move. Make a bonus action. Do Stealth. That's a nat 1. Okay, so you know that the guy who went up the stairs is like right by the stairs, kind of up here on the balcony. So he's kind of behind a box, but he is like right up the stairs. Okay, this guy. Phew. This situation is bad. This second layer here, gang. Guys are kind of in the kill box. Okay. This guy rushes at... How far was that? I gotta measure. Okay, 15 feet. Okay, he is gonna come over and... He has kind of free reign on any of you. Really.
Of course. God dang.
Or does he? Here.
Oh.
You know... He doesn't have a great shot at Varith or Ash or Zylander. Does he really? Actually, he doesn't have a great shot at it. He doesn't have a great... I think all of you have half covered of this guy, honestly. So I'm going to... Because he doesn't have a great shot, I'm going to just roll and see. Okay, he is going to take a pot shot at Tav again.
Allons
Tav, that is 16 to hit.
Yep.
It's 9 points of piercing damage.
Oh my
no.
god!
I don't know why I keep rolling max damage.
Oh,
You go
my.
sleepy time. Sleepy time, Tav.
So, you
All
remember when
right.
you said TPK? I feel like it's
Yeah.
coming.
I
All
The
right.
only thing that's upsetting me the most is that it keeps happening right before I can go and do anything.
That sucks. It does suck.
Because I have fucking burning hands where I could take out in a 15-foot radius, I could light this whole bitch on fire.
Well, we're not trying to
Okay.
knock Roberts ourselves here, okay?
Zylander, you're up.
I promise it might be better.
Oh, Jesus. I am going to go ahead 5, 10, 15, 20. Is this a spot I can go right here? 25 feet right here?
Yes, you can stand there.
And there is something, I should be able to see the one up here, right? Oopsies.
Oop.
I accidentally hit undo instead of ping. I know there's somebody right there. And I can see them from here.
Yeah, okay. Real quick. Yes, you can see that one. I forgot to roll stealth for the last guy who tried to kill Tav. He rolled garbage too. So there's actually two guys. There's like one here and like one here.
Have we hit, or do we recognize if I've hit either one of these before?
You
Or
know
anybody's
what?
hit these before?
Hang on.
Because I can't see them.
I know.
Not that I can see their hit points anyway. But
Okay. How's that? Can you guys see into the other building a little bit? Probably not, most of you, right? Because it's
Can.
the light.
a little bit, but not much.
Yeah.
All right.
That's extremely helpful though.
Yeah. So this part of this is like next to the stairs right up here, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So-
So I'm gonna go for this one right here. Or is
Okay.
he fully behind the box or half behind the box?
No. Well, he also stepped back. He has less cover than the other guy. I think.
I'm gonna go for him right there
Okay.
then.
Yep, let her rip.
And I'm gonna go for a short bow attack. Oh, that's a nat 1.
Oof.
I'm gonna use my chat inspiration.
Right.
Jesus. And short bow. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
All right. That is, I'm assuming, only 4 piercing.
Um.
'Cause it says sneak 4, but I don't think I'm.
Yeah, you don't
technically
have the sneak
sneaking.
attack on that, so that is 4
Yeah.
piercing.
Well, at least I did something that round though.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna. I can go prone, or that takes an action.
No, you can go prone. I think it
I'm gonna-
technically takes 5 feet of movement.
I have 10, so I'm gonna
Okay,
go all the way prone.
Okay. All right. So I will say with prone, you have full cover
Which is plus what?
from pretty. It's just they can't hit you at all unless they drop like an AOE or something, which they basically don't have. Okay. Have. I need a death save. Oof. Okay, that's one failure. They're not cumulative. They reset every time you go down.
In the arms of the angels.
She put so much work into that backstory, and I'm gonna kill her. She's gonna hate it. She's gonna be so mad, guys. What are we gonna do? She's gonna be so mad at me.
I'm
The
gonna
first
run to-
combat, she's gonna die. What are we gonna do? Okay, Victor, you're up.
Yeah, so I can't let my girl Tav go down, so I'm actually gonna run back 15 feet and use the help action to pull her back up.
Okay, so that doesn't work the same way it does in Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, okay.
So
worries.
what you'll have to do now, you can't pull her back up if you don't have any way to give her magical healing. You can do a medicine check to stabilize her. It's a DC 10. Medicine
Oh,
check.
okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
So that is a little different from Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
Oh, medicine. Oh
my fucking God, dude.
I'm gonna use my chat inspo.
Okay. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Oh my.
This interaction started so well.
yeah.
There we go.
18. Okay, that is successful. Tav is stable. She will not be making additional save.
Thanks, buddy. At least Victor cares about me.
Ma'am, I'm trying to kill them all.
Now, I'm assuming it does still count as an action, though.
Yes, a medicine check is an action. Yep.
Okay. Okay. On that count, I don't know how good it's gonna do, but I'm going prone.
Okay. Okay.
I
All
don't
right.
know if there's
Victor goes prone. They'll have Also, if you're prone versus they're ranged, they'll have disadvantage trying to hit you.
Okay.
Okay, this guy is in a fog cloud. So he can't see. He's blinded.
Giving off elfie vibes up there.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Okay. He is going to. That's decent, but not incredible. Okay, he doesn't know which, because he's blinded, so he actually doesn't know which side of this fog cloud is bigger. I'm gonna roll. See which way he decides to go, forward or back. He does decide to go back. Which brings him out of the fog cloud. Let's see. So he currently, who all is prone currently?
I am prone.
Me and Zylander.
Zylandor, Victor, Tav, technically. Okay, so he's going to take a shot at either Vareth or Ash.
I feel like that's not.
I
a good
squished
time to
Ash
call
and
her.
Vareth together and just did the first part of Ash and the last part of Vareth.
You know, here's the thing. The only way I'm going to die now officially is a giant ass sword through the middle
for
of me.
sure.
So.
He pulls out a katana and jumps off the balcony. Roll for white materia. Okay, that is a 2. This one's going to be at Ash.
There's
13
still
to
a
hit.
little part of me that every time you say
that's a
Ash, I think
miss.
it's me.
13 misses. Okay. So he misses. He is going to move further back up.
I've
and
done it a
take
few times
bonus
too.
action hide. You guys have higher stealth, so he does not successfully hide. You guys know that he kind of ran back up along the balcony this way.
Okay.
Okay, Vareth, you are up.
We've got to get them stairs.
All right, so I'm going to do this number. Oh, I'm having some trouble with. Oh, there we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 here. And my question is this is up underneath these guys, right?
Yes.
So they shouldn't be able to shoot me unless they move, right?
Yeah, they'll have to move to hit you, for sure.
Excellent. Well, then with my, what I'd like to do is ready an action. If anybody
Okay.
comes into my sight, I would like to ready an attack.
Okay, yeah, cool.
That's all I got.
All right, next up is this guy. He is going to come to the edge here. Oop. Oop. Okay. He's going to come to the edge here and take a shot again. You guys are kind of hidden. Okay, I would say, Victor, you can actually see this guy across the way. He ran up over here. I don't know if you want to keep holding for one of the other guys or go for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you.
I don't have a way to
But
hit him.
I'm sorry, not Victor, Vareth. Too many
Oh,
V's.
I was wondering. I was
Vareth.
like, what?
Vareth,
I don't
if
have
you
a
want
way
to
to
shoot
hit
this guy, you can, or you can hold for another one. He's going to try and shoot at you either way. So,
I mean, yeah, if he came in my sight, then I would love to
okay,
take a shot.
take a shot.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
For 11 piercing damage.
Oh,
Hell yes.
I have great news for you.
Hell yeah.
And that is that they do not have more than 11 hit points.
Oh, thank God.
So this guy, he comes out and takes his short bow. You pull out your long bow, and then he falls to the ground with an arrow stuck in him. GG's Vareth on the one shot, one kill.
I feel like you did like a Robin Hood and you split his arrow and hit him.
Okay, and he starts bleeding out over there, by which he's dead. Okay, and that means he doesn't get to take his attack. Ash, you're up.
Ash is gonna run 1, 2. Can he go through boxes? He's gonna go there.
Sure, it's fine.
And he's gonna cure wounds on Tab.
Okay.
And I think that don't cast level 1. So it's 6 points of healing.
Okay, so Tav, you regain 6 hit points.
And then I guess he's gonna plop down on the ground with the rest of the group here.
Okay.
Hey, what are we doing?
We gotta get up top.
Okay, this guy is going to come over to the edge.
I just
Looking
imagine
down.
that meme
He can't
is
hit Vareth. Can't really hit Xylander. Doesn't have a great shot on any of you guys.
I swear, if he shoots Tab again.
I think he's going to try to go for Ash, but Ash, I'm going to give you... You're down. He has disadvantage, and you have, I think, 3/4 cover here. So he is going to try to shoot you. 3/4 cover is +5 AC, is it?
Oh, nice.
Stand by, I'll look it up. I'm
Oh,
pretty
that's
sure
gotta be
it's
pretty good for you.
pretty sure it's +5 AC. Yes. So, and he has disadvantage, so this is not likely to hit, but 14 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay. He misses, and then he's going to try to scooch back. Take a stealth action. Okay, he does successfully stealth. Okay. Let's see.
Thumbs up with your stream, please.
What?
I said.
Uh-oh. Did my stream go down?
It does say offline for me.
Oh, no.
it doesn't say for me.
It looks like it's live on my side.
It's actually
Oh,
live on
okay. Now we're
my
back.
side
We're
too.
back here.
Weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not seeing any drop frames. It still shows me live.
Okay, cool.
So I think
Like
we're
for
good.
a half a second there, it said offline, and then
Weird.
Hmm.
Okay. This guy. You know what? Doesn't really have a great shot.
Just come at me. It's fine. I don't want to do anything.
You
Okay,
probably don't do much
he
of
is
Take me.
anything.
He's gonna come to the edge.
Take away my pain.
He's gonna shoot
Right.
at Ash as
Listen, you're full
well.
health right now.
Almost, yeah.
Okay, with disadvantage, I've got a 20 to hit Ash.
Yeah.
With disadvantage, do I still have the 5 cover bonus?
Yes, you still have the +5.
Then that'll miss.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so 2 shots come and miss. And this guy's gonna take another stealth. Okay, I think that succeeds. So he is hiding up there.
I'm curious what the point of the fog cloud was, because it doesn't seem to be doing much.
No, it didn't do anything. He ran out of the cloud, and apparently you can shoot through a fog cloud if you're on the far side of it. Which,
Well, so the guy that ran out of it ran like towards the balcony over here, kind of, and therefore can shoot down into the room. Like I kind of rolled to see which way he would decide to run, because he knows the terrain of this place. It's their hideout, kind of, right? So, or he's been here for a minute. So,
Yeah,
you know,
I
it was
didn't
just like
realize
a
this.
crapshoot of which way he went, and he went the way that let him out faster.
Yeah, I didn't realize the balcony went all the way down this east side.
Yeah, it
so-
like connects the balcony. I don't think I'd like explained it super well, but the balcony basically goes like
a
goes
catwalk all the way around. Kind of thing.
this. Yeah, right. Like the balcony goes like that, kind of up. Like so, this it's like here's the stairs, and then here's the balcony, and then it wraps around on this side.
Well, it did make him go out into an area where Vareth could murder him, so that was good.
Actually, that was the other guy that was already over there. So the guy from the fog cloud
never
is still
mind.
there. But I mean, it did prevent him from joining up with his other friends and ambushing you from the other side. Okay, Zylander, you're up.
That's me. I am here. Cool. So they are stealth hidden and I cannot see anything?
Yes. So but you would have seen the last shots. The last shots were from this side. There were 2 shots from over here and 1 from the other side. You can't see over there. There were 2 shots from like this kind of side of the room over here up on this part of the balcony. And then there was 1 from like down this way. And then this guy died, but there was another guy who had previously run from the fog cloud, like down around the side of the balcony. And so you think that you have a sense that there's like 2 on the left side by the stairs and 1 down on this other catwalk, but you're not sure exactly where.
I'm going to go right here onto the staircase.
Okay.
And then for my action, I want to ready my action for when one of them does pop up. Can I do that?
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do for the staircase? Boom. There you go.
Okay. Party.
So, you
This
can
is a
see
dead
up
one
the
that I can see?
staircase. No, that guy's alive.
Oh, okay. Wait, so I can see him.
You can see him at the top of the stairs now. He was not
Okay.
successful in hiding. He got like a nat one.
Perfect. I'm going to go to hit him.
Okay, take a shot.
13 to hit.
13 exactly hits.
Yes! Sharp bow for 4.
4. Okay. Yeah, you hit him for 4. He has been hit a little bit previously. He's in bad shape, but not down.
Okay.
Okay, anything else from Zylander?
And then is this box in front of me, like these boxes are in between us? Or are those boxes on the bottom floor?
These boxes down here are on the floor below.
Okay.
They correspond to these boxes over here, if you know what I mean. Like
yeah.
The
Gotcha.
darker area is the lower floor.
Makes sense.
And I tried to
so
get close to the same box layout, although it's not perfect.
I can't go prone actually because I use 30 feet of movement, so that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
So for something like if I wanted to use Burning Hands, it creates a 15-foot cone. Is that something I can aim up at the balcony to hit anything up there, or is it like we can't actually see enough above the balcony for that to like?
So let's see. The stairs are like 10 feet tall, so you can hit the balcony, but like 10 of your 15 feet are gonna be taken up by the travel up to the balcony. And then it would like go over the edge about 5 feet. So if there was anything within that range, it would hit it.
So like, I mean, so for example, like I can go back. I can get to the bottom of the stairs with my 30 feet of movement, and then 15 feet from the bottom of the stairs would be like 15 feet up would still be anything that's only 5 feet there.
Yeah.
I see.
Right. So essentially what it would look like is, it would go straight up and then you'd hit like these 3 squares up above. If there was anything in those 3 squares, you would hit it.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
As it like licks over the edge, kind of.
Yeah. But I can't see anything from where I'm at. I can't see any enemies.
No, but you can hold an action and say like, I'm going to cast Firebolt as soon as I see somebody peek over to take a shot. Right? Kind of like what Vareth did. And then that way, if the trigger that you're doing never happens, it's like you don't get the action, but they've been popping over and shooting, so it's
Yeah,
but if
I'll
you
do that.
if you hold a leveled spell, it counts as casting the spell. So if the thing that you're trying to do never happens, you lose the spell slot anyway, which kind of sucks. So,
is it possible to dash and hold an action?
No, you can move and hold an action, but dashing is an action. So unless you have something that lets you dash as a bonus action, or if you have like haste that gives you extra actions, then no.
Nope. Then maybe what I'll do. Oh no, that's only 30 feet. Fuck. Yeah. I'll go ahead and I'll just I'll move 30 feet to go. What was this fancy thing? Was it right? Nope, that's not it. Right click?
You left click and like start moving the token like you're dragging it around.
Oh, I'm
right?
pressing the wrong. That's right. Yeah, here we go.
And then while you're moving it, you right click and it gives you the.
All right.
I'm
trying to find a place where I'm still like half covered or somewhat covered. I'll probably pop, I guess, under here. I think that's mostly covered if I go over here.
You kind of remember that. Yeah, if you look straight above yourself, there's this, and you can see this now, Zylander. I think there's this like crane thing over here.
Mm-hmm.
What? And so that gives cover from that side. They can't really shoot very well down to this set of boxes from there. But it's
Yeah.
also these boxes are tall enough that it's decent cover from the other side too.
Yeah. And then already my firebolt.
Okay. All right. Victor, you're up.
All right. Well, I'm going to dash for my action,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go. Let's see, 10. I'm gonna go right here. Is that possible?
I don't see what you're pointing at.
Oh, okay.
You'd have
right
to
here.
like let it go and. Yeah, for sure. You can get over there.
Okay. And then I'm going to use my last 10 to go prone again.
Okay. I'm gonna give myself a remember that. Oop. Where's that one? Okay. Who else was prone? Anybody? Ash is still.
I am, yeah. And just rules clarification. Standing up takes action or takes movement, right?
Yes, it takes half your movement. Oh yeah, so Victor, if you were prone previously, it takes half your movement to stand up.
Oh, shoot.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I totally
okay.
didn't
No,
think about
no
that.
worries. So that means technically I would need to go 10 feet back,
15 feet back.
15 feet back.
You could probably make it to like next to where Vareth is, or maybe over here.
Okay, if you don't care, I'm going to restart that.
Okay.
I was right.
Yeah,
here.
that's fine. Thank you for the take inspiration, Ash, for the rules clarification.
Well, I can rules lawyer all night if you want.
I mean, I won't keep giving inspiration every time. That's a once per session.
technically. Okay, so
treat.
took me 10 feet to get up, right?
50, it's half your movement. So unless your speed is 20 feet.
Okay.
It's-
So
it's
15 to
15,
get up.
yeah.
So
So if you dash, you'll have 45 feet of movement.
45 feet. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right here.
Okay.
And I'm not going to be able to go prone because I used everything to seal.
Okay.
Take that token away.
All right.
You need movement for that?
Yeah, I think it takes 5 feet of movement to go prone.
Yeah, that's...
We can double check
okay.
that, but
All right, I have no idea. That's just weird. Like, you can't just flop on the ground.
I'll double check it. But I'm pretty sure that it actually says 5 feet.
I thought we said earlier it was 10 feet to go prone. But
No, it's
'cause that's what I
if it's
did
anything,
earlier,
it's
but-
5. But
Oh.
okay. Now it's gonna bug me if I don't look it up. So we're looking it up.
No.
Stand by, everyone. Okay, 2014. Adventuring, movement. Boom, 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 boom. And special types of movement. Okay, that's not.
No, the Stack Exchange answers claiming to quote the rule book and says you can drop prone without using any of your speed.
Okay, well then I stand corrected. Maybe it's 5 feet to go prone in like Pathfinder 2e, and I'm mixing up my system. Okay, so yeah, you can go prone with no movement. We'll ride that, and we'll let that ride the rest of the time.
I will literally just drop and fall.
Okay. Okay, so this Kenku is now going to come over to the edge here.
Can I see him?
Who has readied actions? Just have?
Didn't
Didn't say.
Zylander have something? Oh, you
No,
didn't?
I was able to see
No,
one.
you shot it's the same guy.
He already got it. Okay.
You know what, Tav? Just based on the positioning, he can't see you, which kind of means you can't see him. Unfortunately. I'm so sorry. But you'll
I hate
you know,
everything.
You'll be able to hit probably one of the next guys. Okay, so this guy is gonna take a shot. Ash is prone. Victor is prone. He's probably gonna shoot Zylander, because you shot him.
Okay.
16 to hit.
I don't have. Do I have any cover at all?
I think if you're a little bit down the stairs from him, I think you have half cover from the
16
from the
matches my
banister.
AC.
That is going to hit for 7 points of piercing damage.
Cool. Let's see. 7 brings me down to 9.
Brings you down to 9? Oh, because you
Because he
had the
has a 10.
added
I
hit
had
point.
10, yeah,
I was
I had
like,
10.
what do you mean brings you down to 9?
Yeah, I went
Okay.
into this fight with 21 hit points.
And then he
Jesus.
is going to stealth, and I think that is successful. Ooh. Okay. Vareth, you're up.
Okay, so we're gonna pop up the stairs.
Okay.
10, 5. Okay, my next square I can't see.
Yeah, well, that's because I have to move you. Okay, so this... Oh, hang on. Okay, so where I stuck you over here, Vareth, this is where you would have been at the top of those other stairs. So if you
that's
step
15
5
in
feet...
my movement right there.
There you go.
I can't see these guys because I guess they're hidden, huh?
Yes. You can make a perception check if you'd like to try to see them. And I'd have to go back and see what their stealth rolls
Does that
were.
take an action to perceive? Or...
I think it does, yeah. To try to find a hidden enemy, I think. Oh, okay, 5e. Does it take an action to try to see a hidden enemy in combat? Boom. The internet says it does not automatically take an action to see a hidden enemy. You can attempt to find a hidden enemy by using search. Passive perception. Okay. I think their hides beat your... What is your passive perception, Vera?
I'm trying to find where that is on this.
On your
actually.
sheet. I mean, it's just 10 plus your perception modifier, if that helps.
Oh, okay. So perception is... That'd be 15.
Okay. So this was the one I just did. So it'd be the... Okay, that's... Made it for sure. No, one of them didn't make it. Let's see, which guy was more recent? This guy. Okay, you can see one of these guys.
Okay, I actually don't... Oh, okay.
Boom.
Cool.
Takes me a second. Give me a second.
Okay, no, I just wanted to make sure.
God. There's a lot of buttons to
kinda
click.
blind, bro.
Okay, so you can see that guy. He is trying to hide behind that crate, but you are able to see him.
Okay, so we're gonna... This should be 20 in my movement. We're gonna take a shot at him.
All right, take a shot.
17 hit.
Oh, yeah. That hits.
About a 10 for damage.
Nice.
Oh,
Guess who didn't have 10 hit points?
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
This girl.
all right, another one down.
in all
All
fairness,
right.
you've taken more than 10 hit points of damage this thing, and you're still alive.
All
Okay.
right, and then
Thank
we're
God
gonna,
He
for
is not.
Victor.
we're just gonna use this for half cover and call it a day.
Okay. All right, Ash.
This one up on the right is still there.
The one up on the right did run and hide. He's still somewhere up there.
Oh, okay,
But he did make a stealth check of like 19. So
got it. Okay. 2, 3. All right, we're gonna stand up. Wait, can I do that? I may only have 10 if I stand up. I only have 25 speed.
yeah.
So if I dash after standing, do I dash for an extra 25, or is it just what's left after standing?
Okay.
That's double.
So I'll say with the standing, we typically round down in 5e. So you would have 12.5 feet if you and we round that down to 10. So it only costs you 10 feet of movement to get up. You still have 15.
Okay, and then dash, I would have.
Adds 25 more. So
Okay, I get the full amount then.
Yeah. Correct.
But I think if I only do 10, I can run right here. So I'm going to do that, and I'm not prone anymore. But that puts me underneath this shelf on the left, so they can't see me.
Correct.
And I can't see a guy, so I guess how far across is that? That's too far. I guess I'm just gonna dash up the stairs.
Okay.
So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, one more. Oops, I can't go up anymore for some reason. Just put me up 1. Okay, and then I will ready a produce flame.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
Okay. Well. Okay, this guy is going to try to pop out to go for Varith. Ash, that is going to trigger your produce flame. 11 does not hit.
Alrighty.
Just so I can check, who doesn't have chat inspiration right now?
I do not.
I do not.
I also do not.
Don't think I do.
I also used my hit die if you need to remove that. from it
Yes,
as well.
thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, sorry, it's hard to keep track.
Also
Okay,
curious,
so
Does it
you...
not trigger? It doesn't trigger my firebolt.
I think he's also behind these boxes
Okay,
from you.
just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, he is going to take a shot at Varith.
Hang in there, buddy.
Oof, I got a 23 to hit.
That'll do it.
All right, 5 points of piercing damage, and we have chat inspiration for VP. And then he's going to move back behind the boxes and take a bonus action hide. Okay. Okay. Zylander, you're up.
So I know roughly like where he went and then tried to hide, correct?
Yeah, for sure.
So if I were to walk up to where I can then easily see him, I would then
Yeah.
right.
So
'Cause
the
of him
way
being a
that like
Kenku.
stealth and hiding works in 5e, if he is directly in your line of sight with nothing breaking line of sight, he can't hide. So like if you
Okay.
know where he pretty much has to be and you go over there, you will see him. Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Why is it doing that? I want to go up the stairs one, and I want to go over.
Oh, probably because there's a
5, 10,
light
15,
blocking
20.
you or something.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25, I should be able to see him right here, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me. Nope. Yeah.
And I'm going to go for my rapier dagger combo.
Right.
That is a 16 to hit. Oh, wait. Am I not within range? Do I need to move one more forward?
You need to move one more forward. Yeah.
Okay. That's 30 feet, so.
Okay. Yeah. 16
Um,
hits.
Okay, so then I hit the rapier damage. That is 8 piercing damage on it.
Yeah, that'll do.
Beautiful.
Okay. And he's down.
And that's it? Or there's still one more?
There is still one more. He's hit.
Jesus!
I know. It was this guy. It was the guy on the other side here. Like somewhere over there.
All right. Well, I don't have it. I guess what I'll do is I'm gonna plop down on the ground.
Okay.
I'm gonna flop like a fish.
Okay. All right, Tav, there is only one left.
In an undisclosed location.
In an undisclosed location, somewhere along the balcony on the east wall of the place.
You know what I'm gonna go ahead and do? I'm gonna just go ahead and shoot off a burning hands in a 15-foot cone direction.
Okay. Where will you be standing when you shoot directly upwards?
That's a good old question. Where do I think?
I will let you make a perception check. I'm not going to give you an exact
Excellent.
location, but make a free perception check to get a sense of like if he's further north towards the flagpole. Okay.
Will
I
that
will.
do?
I will give you an exact location.
A
yeah,
nat
let's go.
20?
Yeah,
Finally.
for fucking sure. I will absolutely give you a
Where's the
location. Boom. He is. Let's see. He is like right here. Up there. He's like right, and you know he's close enough.
Amazing.
He's within 5 feet. He's like
Amazing.
right above, basically right above that other dead Kenku.
Amazing. Yep. I'm
Yeah.
gonna sit right below it, and I'm gonna fucking 15 feet up.
Okay.
I hope everybody knows
Yeah.
how to duck,
Roll your
cover, and
damage.
roll.
I gotta make a dex save.
Okay, here we go. Casting my. Oh, get out of here. Cast this. 12 damage.
Ooh.
12
Okay, and your
burning.
DC 14.
Also burns anything that is flammable, that
Okay.
isn't being borne or carried.
So, as we're going to end here, as you light this Kenku on fire and set fire to the wooden warehouse that you're standing in, that is where we are going to call it. I will say, as this happens, with just one last real quick check, Zylander and Victor and Ash and Vareth, actually all of you are close enough to this. Give me perception checks.
18.
Yep, that'll do.
7.
That'll do.
17.
Okay. Yeah, Vareth, Zylander, and Ash, you all hear from somewhere beneath the stairs. And that, my friends, is where we are going to end this episode.
Incredible.
With a bunch of previously dead people, 6 more dead Kenku, and a burning, a burning warehouse, and and somebody somewhere trapped and screaming. And that's where we're going to end this episode of Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
Incredible.
Dear friends, well, thank you all so much for hanging out with us this evening. I am going to turn off the battle music. Finally.
Me didn't start the phone.
And we're going to do our usual sign off, my friends. So we ran a little late tonight. Thank you all for sticking with us. Do we want to raid or do we just want to call it because it's so late? I'm fine either way. I don't have anybody on my list that I would like to raid, so if you know somebody, I'm down.
Susana Mods is live doing Final Fantasy 9.
Yeah, fine by
So
me.
when they did the voice mods for
Okay. I mean, if you're down with that, VP, I'm down with that. Throw it in chat and we'll make it happen. In the meantime, my friends, we're going to do our usual sign off, reminding you, of course, who we are, where we can be found on the internet, those of us who can indeed be found on the internet, and who we played tonight, starting, of course, with the inestimable, the ineffable, the unbelievable, the incredible Yeet Daddy himself, Vincent Page.
I hate when he lies like that. Y'all, I've been Vincent Page, your Drow Gloomstalker Ranger named Vareth. That's pretty sick. That was really, really good. It's funny because we did the, both campaigns today, and it's just so funny to go from playing Liam to Vareth. It's like, I hate to say it in such bland terms, but it's daylight and dark. It is so funny.
Incredible.
It's fun.
And where can they find you on the internet? Did you say that part?
Hey, I'm on Twitch, y'all. I do stuff
that?
sometimes.
Okay.
Who's that? Never heard of her.
Yeah.
I should be doing some more. I think I'm gonna try to actually just play Final Fantasy VII Remake this week because I've still not
Hell
played Rebirth.
yes.
I want to play Rebirth.
Hell yes. Stuff. Lady stuff.
Yeah, I am Lady Stuff. I have been Tav. Sometimes when you wake a dragon, they just gotta burn shit down.
She said, "I finally got one turn."
Get rid of all that frustration of me downing you right before your turn every time.
Yep.
By lighting the
we
building on
may
fire.
accidentally murder Flume Blackmar, and it's fine.
He's fine.
Do we have to give
I'm
the
sorry.
gold
You
back
guys
if he
think that
dies?
Flume Blackmar is in this warehouse? Is that what you believe?
You know what? That's fair.
It could be anybody in there.
You're right. It could be anybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Skynet.
Yep.
I was
Scott.
about to call you
Skynet
Victor for a
Delaz.
second.
I've been playing Victor Valacrest, the Paladin Devotion. Paladin of Devotion. I'll get it right eventually. Yeah.
Heal,
fun.
heal. All right.
All right.
Jason.
Yeah, I'm Jason. Yeah, playing Ash, the druid, who's trying to, burn some people and heal some people.
Excellent.
I got
And
some healing for you next time.
Foxy.
The man in the basement who gonna need some help.
I am Rainbow Foxy. You can find me on Twitch sometimes. It's Foxy with 3 X's. Most of the time, I don't have time, but I try. But I have been your rogue high elf, Zylander Blazel, the executor of Kenku's, and Tanky Boy. I took the I somehow
Yeah,
survived a lot
You
of
really
damage.
did. Took a lot of hits there.
But it's
Shout
been
out to
fun,
chat
y'all.
for those hit dice. They needed them, gang. They don't get enough play, but boy, did they need them.
Oh yeah, we did.
Well, friends, I am Pixel. I have been your your blade leg, your flint steel, your zoblob, your volo, and your bunch of kenkus hiding in a warehouse. You can find me here on twitch.tv/hammerandpixel. We've been doing a lot of Final Fantasy 14, as well as some like coding and game dev stuff. And one of these days I'll get around to streaming another video game. And when I do, boy, howdy, will you want to see that. Anyway, we're going to be rating Sunamod, so do give them the old Ages of Valinor, Bonus Swamps Tavern, Yeet, Fleet, Love, and Raid vibes. And until the next time that I see you, do me a favor and be kind to yourself, because shit's fucked. So, good luck out there, gang. It's a tough galaxy, but somebody's got to live in it, and it might as well be you. All right, we're going to raid. Peace out. We'll see y'all next time.
Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness, left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together they will write their own tale of glory rent asunder.